not disturb. Put the phone away. Pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
ESPN 710, Los Angeles. Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland are on for your Friday afternoon.
Mason, Ireland, best show on the radio.
Here we go, Friday, the 10th of April. Johnny I is here. And sitting in for Mace, who's still on vacation, the one and only Mike Trudell, the guy I love to nudge. Johnny I and Trudell, well, this is going to be a great show. Because, you know, Trudell is like, hi, Johnny I, I'm ready today. Anyway, Lakers win last night. LeBron, I mean, they were playing the Warriors and nobody was playing, but still, what a game by LeBron. Lakers get ready for the Suns tonight at Crypto.com. We'll get you ready for tip-off.
Gypsy Jew between his legs.
Plus, the Kings, the LA Kings with a huge win last night.
Fires, they score! Tipped on the way through by Adrian Kempe. His second of the game, his eighth in the last 7.
Edmonton on Saturday at Crypto.com. It is day 2 of the Masters, the tradition unlike any other. And by the way, Sunday night on ESPN, guess who's going to be hosting SportsCenter? Our very own Rich Eisen. Rich is going to join the show at 1:45 p.m.
So with that said, let's get this show on.
And is there a rumor that Luke Robitaille and maybe Marty McSorley today are on the show? Ah, my old buddy Marty McSorley.
Yeah.
Let's do it Friday afternoon in the Southland.
What they call me is a cornhole savant.
Ireland, Trudell, producer Emily, producer Brian Cohen, the social team in the back, and you.
Oh.
The biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. Your Friday afternoon right now.
Discount ground, Trudell. Hey, we made it to Friday, people. Mason and Ireland. Mace still on vacation. We think he's coming back Monday. With him, you never know. He already tacked on a day on the front end of the vacation. Em, you think he goes for a back day too?
50-50.
Yeah, I would agree.
Well,
Brian?
He's going to need to recover from his vacation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
BC's here. Brian, how we doing?
Pretty good. It's Friday. Gotta love it.
Amen. Friday, and Pepe and Michael will be here. And have you ever played, Mike Trudell, Potpourri of Lies?
I'm a longtime listener of Potpourri of Lies. I
Yes.
don't believe that I've actually played. I'll tell you this. Last night, John, we were on the airplane, and we're about to land at 1 a.m. like usual.
Yeah.
And I thought for a second about researching 1950s female movie stars.
Wouldn't have been a bad move.
To get ready for it, but I didn't have the heart to do it. So I don't know how I'm going to do in this one.
All right, so right out of the gate today, here in a couple of minutes, Cori Close, the coach of the national champion UCLA Bruins, will join us. We've been trying to get Cori since Monday. We had her on the third chair Tuesday night at the Laker game, and she was great. So she's going to join us here in a couple of minutes to talk about everything that's been happening with the UCLA women's team. They are everywhere.
Stars.
Everywhere. Morning after the game on Good Morning America. That night on Jimmy Kimmel Live, Cori did the third chair with us. They were honored at the Laker game.
Yeah,
honored at Pauley Pavilion.
We had Gabriella Jaquez on the
She's
Spectrum
the best.
broadcast. She was great.
And we had Ann Myers on earlier in the week, and we think that Jaime and Gabby are the only two brother and sisters, that Ann Myers was the only two brother and sister, her and her brother Dave, who have ever both won a national championship. Gabriella and Jaime came close. Jaime got to the Final Four, couldn't go over the top. That's the year they lost to Gonzaga. And then the other night, Gabriella won it. So she's got one up on her brother. I thought it was great that he scored 32 points on Saturday night and then got on a plane and showed up in Phoenix on Sunday.
100%. I'm trying to think of brother-sister combos that have both been drafted.
Cheryl and Reggie. Reggie won the NIT, but never won the NCAA title. Cheryl did.
Well, but Cheryl, they didn't. The WNBA hadn't started yet. So that's
right. Well, I'm saying these are national championships in college.
Right. But I'm saying, but two, because she's going to get drafted. Is my point.
Yeah.
So has there been a WNBA player who had an NBA player brother that both got drafted?
Back in the 70s, when UCLA won the women's title in '78, Ann Myers Drysdale, was the number 1 pick for the Women's Professional League. She actually went to Pacers training camp and had a 2-week tryout.
That's right, I remember that.
Here's a quick search. So apparently Megan McConnell and TJ McConnell. So Megan McConnell was drafted by the Phoenix Mercury in 2025.
Yep.
So that's a sibling pair.
There you go.
Elizabeth Williams and Mark Williams. Elizabeth played for the Chicago Sky.
Mark Williams, who we might see tonight.
Yep. And then
Candace Parker, Anthony Parker.
Did Anthony get drafted?
And that, he may have been undrafted.
He played at Tennessee. They both played at Tennessee.
He played for many years, but he might not have been drafted.
Yeah, so there's a lot of history making with this show. By the way, we do expect...
Oh, no, he was. He was a 21st pick. Yeah, okay. So there you go. Parkers.
We do expect Marty McSorley to join us. And how convenient is this? Morales taking the day off.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Been
how about
talking smack for a year about how he's going to put Marty McSorley in his place, how Marty's got nothing on him. Says he looks like a 3-day-old. He's been living in a ripping him. Marty agrees to come in the show. Morales flies the coop. Morales is here 18 hours a day. You think that's a coincidence? The one day McSorley is coming on?
I mean, I don't. What I'm trying to decide is that I don't think he wants to hear another 1990s video game reference. So I'm trying to. I want to get that out of the way now, so I don't bug him with that.
Well, the other person coming on today is Rich Eisen. Rich just finished his show. He's going back to Bristol this weekend to anchor Sports Center, so we can talk to Rich. He'll be coming up at 1:45. But Mike and I were both at the Laker game last night in San Francisco, and I'll say it again. I don't know. I don't need to sell this to you, but one of the weirdest things in my career in Los Angeles is how many Laker fans don't appreciate LeBron. And I think he laid out another case last night as to why, if you can get him for your price, and I think LeBron might play ball with your price on the Lakers because he doesn't need money. He's a billionaire. He's playing with Bronny. He's living in L.A. His family loves it here.
Yep.
If you can keep LeBron for a price that works for you, I think it's an absolute no-brainer to do it. Mike, me just putting this out there.
Yeah.
Wait until Sports Graffiti. People will kill me for even suggesting it.
Well,
they want to get out of the LeBron business, which is the stupidest take ever. I mean, I just don't get it. But that's one of the things we'll tackle today.
And that's not the main reason that I'm here. Now, people might know I will defend John Ireland to the death against anybody that wants to come at him, including Steve Mason. But I just do happen to agree in this case.
Okay, so before we get to the Lakers and talk about what happened last night, this is what happened 5 days ago, Sunday in Phoenix.
And for the first time since 1978, UCLA is back on top of the women's basketball world. The Bruins have captured their very first NCAA national championship.
And joining us right now is national championship coach Cori Close. And Cori, thank you for doing this. Cori came in with Michael and I on the third chair on Tuesday night. And I told you then, Cori, that's your name from now on, rest of your life. National championship coach. I mean, has it sunk in yet?
No, I just am I don't even know even process it. As I saw you guys a few days ago, I really I was overwhelmed then. I'm even more overwhelmed now. I just am putting one foot in front of the other, but thankful for every step I get to take, and it's been really, really fun.
Cori, you have been on a whirlwind. You and your women, your team. You were on Good Morning America the day after the game. You were on Jimmy Kimmel Live. You were honored at the Laker game. You were honored in Westwood. You were honored at the Clipper game. What has been the most fun for you as you watch your team and these women that you've coached this whole time kind of celebrate this with you? Do you have a favorite part, or is it all kind of a blur?
Well, I do have a few favorite parts. I think that the first thing that comes to mind is, we've been fighting and clawing to be a relevant sports team from a perspective, standpoint in Los Angeles. It's a tough market, right? There's so many things, so many awesome things to get behind here in LA. And to see our players honored and sort of get their due for the way that they have mastered their craft and accomplished so many things, that's been really rewarding because we've worked really hard to have people get excited about the work that they're doing and the competitive greatness that they're showing. I would say the second thing that's been really amazing is the stories of joy that we've been able to bring to other people and the connecting of the UCLA greater community. I've heard so many stories of, this has been a really hard time, and this team has really been our family's source of joy. Oh my gosh, I've been admiring, and I've been showing clips of Gabriela Jaquez to my daughter because to give her hopes of what she can accomplish or whatever it is, like the Mexican community, like that, Gabriela feels so much pride in representing. Like those are the sort of the depth stories that, because our team is doing what they're
Hey, Cori, I'm going to put you on hold just a second. We lost you for a second there. I'm going to let Emily kind of reestablish. We're talking to Cori Close, and I know it broke up there at the end. But, Mike, what she was saying, I don't think they fully realized when they won on Sunday how big of a deal that was for women and girls in Los Angeles, because they got boat raced by UConn the year before. And UCLA, it was mentioned in the clip that they hadn't won a women's title since 1978. None of the students who are there now were alive. And the way this crystallized with this particular group, that Kiki Rice and Gabriela Jaquez were there for the whole time, for the 4 years. Lauren Betts came in from Stanford. They were bringing transfers in from Utah. They brought a transfer in from, I think, Australia. And it all just worked. And every once in a while, it reminded me of the 95 UCLA team that won the title. Most of those guys were seniors. Ed O'Bannon, Tyus Edney, George Zedek. They had Toby Bailey, who was a freshman, and they had Charles O'Bannon, Ed's brother. But that group that won at UCLA, because we had kind of grown up with them and watched them for 4 years, they were super easy to root for. And that's kind of what Cori was talking about, that Gabriela Jaquez and, Kiki Rice have been here the whole time. And they came here. Cori, we got your back. Sorry about that.
Sorry. No, it's my fault. Sorry.
No, I'm glad we got you. Talk a little bit about Kiki Rice. I told you the other night when I saw you, and everybody's got their favorite player on your team. She's my favorite player on your team, and that's nothing against anybody else. They're all great. But the reason I love Kiki was you had to go get her back east. I think she grew up in Maryland, D.C. area.
Correct.
And at the time, she was very heavily recruited, and she said something back then. She goes, I want to go to UCLA and win a national championship. Who says that?
Yep.
Who says that, Cori?
I know.
I mean, it's and she did it. And with,
I know.
And so talk about the fact that I know you're proud of everybody, but Kiki and Gabriela have been there for the whole thing, and I think I'm happy for everybody, but those two especially. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely. I remember when Kiki looked me in the eye and said, I want to go to somewhere where I can say I was a part of doing it for the first time. Now, obviously, she doesn't know about at that point, the 78 team and AIAW and all those things. But to have the courage at 17 years old to say, I'm going to turn down the schools like UConn and South Carolina and that have done several times, and the pressures of that, or to Stanford, where her aunt, Susan Rice went, who has won national championships. That was another contender. And for her to say, no, I have enough confidence in myself and the philosophy of our team to go and courageously believe that she could do it and lead it at UCLA. And then to stay loyal and committed for 4 years, it's remarkable. And sometimes I just have to pinch myself, like, how did I get to coach a kid like that? And to have a family, her whole family has been so incredibly supportive of how we've gone about our business. And her mom actually was one of the most meaningful conversations to me out on the court as a celebration's happening. She came to me and just said, thank you for showing the world that you can be competitive at the highest levels and do it in a healthy way at the same time. And that, from a parent, that means the world to me. And so, yes, you are absolutely right. Kiki and Gabriela enjoy a level of responsibility and just honor for what they have built here. And then I would even add Angela Dugalich. We forget that she's been here 5 years. She's
Right.
been here 5 years.
And has come off the bench, has started, has done everything you asked her to do. Yeah.
Exactly. So I just think everybody has made their sacrifice in their own special way, but Kiki and Gabs take the cake.
Yeah, Coach, just thinking back of this journey that you've been on, and, for people that don't get a chance to watch you every day, but they hear, they know about UConn, they know about South Carolina, maybe Tennessee before that. What did it take for you to take this group kind of year after year and just chip away, get closer, Final Four last year, and actually get over the top and actually convince them that they were the best, that they were going to be able to be the ones holding the trophy?
Well, I think it's two things. It's really intentional growth and skill development, and then I would say the standard. And what I mean by that is, WNBA teams come into our practices all the time, and they go, oh, my gosh, this is not normal. Every player puts in an individual skill session outside of practice, either before or after practice, every single day. And that, too, was built by Kiki, in terms of how that's really come into our culture. But they're like, your work ethic is undeniable. And I just think that fed a belief system. Like, we've put in more work than anybody else. We have invested with an intentionality and a purpose that very few are willing to do. And I think that bred a confidence when we go into pressurized moments that we just could trust in our work. And then the second thing is just a commitment to the standard. We did a deep dive into the Oklahoma City Thunder last summer about what made them special from their NBA championship team. And there's some things that started to just emerge as they were connected. They cared more about the friendship and playing out of a love for their teammates than anything else. There was a sacrificial work ethic, and then there was an enthusiasm about being together. And they all knew the standard of what they were going for. No one person was bigger than the standard, even SGA, or even their best players. There was just a standard that everybody was willing to be held to. And we watched videos on it. We talked about it. And here we are. We're in a situation, and every single player would point back to those things: selflessness. The stars were not as important as the mission and the standard. And they really held to that. And I think that gave us a picture of, what the roadmap was going to look like. And then we just had to hold on strong.
Coach, you started coaching right after you finished as a player. People don't remember you were a baller at Santa Barbara. Are there still parts of your mentality that kind of transitioning right from the player to coaching, and now you've been coaching, but do you still feel in some ways,
or in
as
other
a
words,
player?
can you coach the way you were coached?
No, in some ways, but yes and no. Let me think this. I had a phenomenal college coach in Mark French at UC Santa Barbara, and he really gave me a sense of how you could be mission-minded. His whole big thing was habits of excellence. He really cared about who you were going to become after you left UCSB.
Yeah, he helped you get into coaching, right, Corey? Didn't he help you in the beginning? Yeah.
Yeah, he not only helped me, but when I came back, I ruptured my Achilles tendon my freshman year, and it was my first game in the building after rupturing that. And I was in my wheelchair, and I was wheeled in, and I was going to be at the end of the bench. And he said, no, I already have a space for you. And he had put me right next to him during the game. And I just thought, what a cool thing that he did. He poured into me even at that point, and he wanted me to feel valued. He wanted me to feel like I had a place. But I think it planted seeds then that I think I've really drawn on. I'm not sure if I hadn't have ruptured my Achilles and I hadn't have gone through that, I'm not sure I'd be in coaching today. But in terms of can I coach kids the same? Probably not. I think there's a need of the whole thing of do as I say, not as I do, or just do it because I said so. Those aren't happening anymore. They need to know the why. They need to know that you really care about them. But those are all things that I believe in.
Yeah,
too,
I was going to say you
coach
coach like that anyway. We're talking to Cori Close, who is, and forgive me, I misstated, national championship coach Cori Close. By the way, for the rest of our relationship together, I'm always calling you that.
I'll take it.
Okay, last thing for you. I went to UCLA in the 80s. Mike's heard me give this speech before, so he's going to roll his eyes. To me, UCLA is the greatest school in the world. It's Camelot. Corey, it used to be when I was there, if Billy Moore wanted to get somebody on campus, she could win him over. you would see the buildings and and it's a melting pot. You're going to have black friends and Hispanic friends and Asian friends. I fell in love with it the very first week I was there. And you used to be able to sell that. You could get them on campus and say, this is what your life can be like. You get to be here. Can you still do that, or has now in the modern era, I would imagine the first question's got to be about NIL. You've got to deal with the transfer portal, which wasn't a big deal when you played. How has recruiting changed over the 15 years you've done this? Can you still sell the school, or is it more transactional now?
Yeah, I think you still can sell the school, but you can't stop there. I think that's the biggest thing.
Good answer. Yeah.
I always try to lead with, I'm going to give you all your NIL. I'm going to give you all. I want you to maximize your entrepreneurial spirit and how you do this financially. But I'm going to tell you up front, and you won't believe me now, but you will believe me when you leave UCLA. Still the best NIL deal you can sign is being a part of getting a degree from UCLA and being a part of the UCLA Alumni Network. That is still the best NIL deal you can ever sign. And then I go on to the next piece. But the power of the degree, the beauty of the campus, the diversity of thought that you get a chance to come across is still really remarkable. And it is my job to make that important, because it is too good of a tool for someone not to be aware of what they're choosing.
That is a perfect answer. I always tell people, I tell athletes when I talk to them, or people that want to be sportscasters, I said, look, the people on scholarship at the school are there because of their talent, and we're going to use their talent to try and build something. But if you, the people there, don't use the school, you're making a huge mistake.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
the LA market. In the LA market, in terms of media market in this new landscape, that's an important selling piece too. And there's only a couple schools that can provide that.
Well, if it's legal, Cori, if you have any girls that want to be sportscasters, you bring them in here, and I'll try and work. You work the left side, I'll work the right, and we'll get them. Because now you got to restock, right? Yeah, I mean, the great story.
Well, I've got a transfer coming in next week that I might be calling you about.
Good.
So here we go.
All right. Hey, thank you for doing this. Enjoy this week. Have you answered all your texts yet?
Heck no. I'm not even close. So I'm not even in the realm.
Good.
I just need people to give me grace, and I'll get to it eventually.
Amen. Well, congratulations again, Cori. So happy for you and the women, and thank you for doing this.
Thank you.
All right.
I appreciate you, and sorry my internet was a little crazy, but I always love being with you guys. Thank you so much.
You got it. Have a great day.
Thanks, Coach.
There's Cori Close. We kind of went over there, so we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk Lakers. Dodgers back in action tonight. A lot of moving parts today. Everybody's here except Mace. Trudell in for Mace. Emily's here. Brian's here. Mason and Ireland, ESPN LA.
And it is the 15-minute mark right here on 710 ESPN. On the all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
The 15-minute mark on 710. Fueled by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
You know, in that time it took to hear your favorite takes and all that fun and frivolity, you could be pulling out with a fresh oil change. No waiting, no appointment, just in and out in about 15 minutes. Bam! So you've got more time for what matters. Visit SoCalOilChange.com.
In just 15 minutes, you can boost your vehicle's performance and save money while doing it. Visit SoCalOilChange.com now for value pack coupons and keep your car and your wallet running strong.
The 15-minute mark on 710, made possible by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Hey, everybody, it's Cappy, and I know that a lot of people around are getting sick right now. You are not imagining this. It's real. Doctors have said this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. And listen, I was just away visiting some friends up in Mammoth, and everybody was coughing and sneezing, and I don't know about you guys. I can't get sick. I'm sure you can't get sick. So now what I've done is I've ordered a medical emergency kit. Now, when you have a medical emergency kit, it's like having an urgent care or a pharmacy right in your home. No waiting for a doctor, no hours at urgent care, no lines at a pharmacy, no copays. I'm telling you that you get things like a generic Z-Pack to help you get well faster and handle what are really a bunch of common and in some cases more serious illnesses. But let's get you and your family to have this care kit in your home. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in just minutes, and it's shipped to your door immediately, and we'll save you $45 when you use our promo code 710. It's urgentcarekit.com/710, urgentcarekit.com/710, and you're saving $45.
Call Jacob.
Hey, it's Mace.
And I'm Ireland.
After a crash, you are on the spot. You got to make the right decisions.
So count on peace of mind. Count on Jacob. Here's what I mean. 800 345-6789. Mace, you just count to 9.
Exactly. Count on a plan. Count on a team that moves fast. Count on Jacob.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
Hey Rams fans, it's your quarterback Matthew Stafford here. The Rams and United Way of Greater Los Angeles are excited to bring Walk United LA to SoFi Stadium this year on Saturday, May 9th. Join me and my family for the 5K walk run and help support our Los Angeles community. Registration is now open at walkunitedla.org, where you can sign up for Team Rams and learn more. Our team is only as strong as our city, and this walk is about uplifting all Angelinos in need. I can't wait to see y'all at the Rams house on May 9th.
Smalls here. Look, I get it. GLP-1 weight loss shots are popular. They're everywhere. But not everyone is thrilled about weekly injections. So what if your GLP-1 was as easy to take as a mint? That's why I want you to know about compounded terzepatide. It's a mint-flavored tablet you simply let dissolve under your tongue. No needles. It's designed to help curb appetite and reduce cravings, even sweets and carbs, which are my personal enemies. And when hunger's under control, it's easier to eat less. Stay away from the junk foods that trip you up and tackle your weight loss goals head on. And this is important. The compounded terzepatide is recommended by the medical board of the wellness companies, the doctors I trust. Look, if you're serious about getting your weight under control and weekly shots aren't your thing, I strongly encourage you to look into terzepatide. Getting started is fast with an easy online physician consultation. Imagine discovering a no-needle option that fits your needs. Go to noneedles.com/smalls. Promo code SMALLS to save $50. That's noneedles.com/smalls. Promo code SMALLS to save $50.
Prescription required. Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio.
So I want to ask you guys if I am crazy.
Okay.
And if there's something wrong with me.
I like this. The answer, yes and yes.
More Mason and Ireland right now.
Trudell just channeled that promo. He basically said, am I crazy? And yes and yes. All right, LAFC's on the road this weekend. Tune in tomorrow at noon for a BMO countdown to kick off on ESPN LA 7:10 a.m. and the ESPN LA app. Then later that evening, LAFC takes on the Portland Timber. Pre-game at 1 p.m., kickoff. So it wouldn't be later that evening. Who wrote this?
Greg.
Hey, Bergman, 1:30 is an evening.
It is afternoon.
Streaming live on the ESPN LA app, home of the LAFC. All right. Mike and I were at the game last night in San Francisco. We got back at like 2 o'clock in the morning. The Lakers win at Golden State. I'm not going to jump out of my shoes over that, Mike, because Golden State didn't play anybody.
No.
But
they played Draymond, but he wasn't really in the game as he sometimes
do
is.
Much.
Yeah.
So the end result is Houston had played earlier that night in Houston against Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
And LA and Houston have the same record, identical records, 51-29. They each have 2 games left. The Lakers' 2 games are tonight at Crypto against Phoenix, and then Sunday night at Crypto against Utah. And Utah is really, really bad. Not saying they can't win, but Utah is probably not going to win that game.
They're trying to lose. They're currently tied with Sacramento in the standings.
Okay.
So they, in the way that they're approaching the season, they can't afford to win.
So that means tonight means a lot, almost everything. If the Lakers can win tonight, I start to make plans for them to be the 4 seed. If they lose, I think they slide to the 5. Now, Houston's 2 games are tonight, are both in Houston, both at home. Tonight against Minnesota. Minnesota's good, but Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards, might not play. He's listed as questionable.
He's not going to play.
You think he's out?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think
he's not officially out, but I've heard that he's not going to play.
Well, yeah, Mike's from Minnesota and knows a lot of people there. So if Houston wins tonight, I think they win Sunday. They play Memphis.
Yeah, we're assuming that Houston's going to win 2, which means the Lakers will need to win 2. So their magic number is 2. Any combination of Laker wins or Houston losses.
We've laid it all out there.
Yeah.
What's your prediction about where we are game 1 of the playoffs?
I think the Lakers are motivated to keep the good feeling that they carried out of Golden State, even if, as you said, Golden State didn't. They were kind of locked into their spot, right, where they're at their number 10 in the play-in. They have to go to Portland, and unless Portland catches the Clippers. So, don't take too much out of that specific game. But I think tonight's game, there's no Booker and there's no Goodwin. which is significant for Phoenix.
And maybe no Jalen Green.
Yeah, he's questionable. We'll see. I always assume questionable guys play against the Lakers.
Yeah.
Still,
but Green suffered an injury 2 nights ago is the only reason why. He got hurt in the first half and never went back in.
It's going to be, look, but Phoenix competes.
They've beaten the Lakers 3 out of 4 this year.
Yeah, everybody loves to play against the Lakers. Jordan Knott used to coach for the Lakers under Darvin Hams.
Great guy.
They want to come in and spoil things for the Lakers if they can. But I think that here – the only other way I could answer your question is Marcus Smart playing? And if you told me yes for sure, then I'd say I think the Lakers are in good
shape
out
then. Tonight.
Yeah, well, so the Marcus Smart not playing, I think, is not
Well,
ideal.
wait a minute. I shouldn't say that. They haven't issued the injury report yet.
Yeah, I don't think that –
I saw him last night, and he said he was getting close.
Yeah.
So maybe I guess they could. I'm thinking about. I don't know where I am or what city I'm in or what time it is. I'm thinking of yesterday's injury report. He was out.
Yeah. So they haven't issued it yet. What JJ said was that he's hoping that Marcus Smart and Jackson Hayes can both play today.
Okay.
Right, but we have to wait and see on that. Now that will make a difference, but I think if the Lakers win tonight, then they're the 4 seed, and I think that makes a marginal difference if you can elongate a series and even if you're just getting a day or 2 extra for Luka Doncic and or Austin Reeves to return, that can make all the difference in the world.
Okay, and before all you guys come at me, I do know that there's still a chance the Lakers can get the 3. Here's why I'm not paying much attention to it. Denver would have to lose both of their remaining 2 games, and they play good teams. They're at Oklahoma City tonight, and they host San Antonio on Sunday. Here's the problem. Both those teams have already locked positions. I just looked at the injury report for for Oklahoma City tonight. Everyone's out. Shea's out. Jalen's out. Chet Holmgren out. Everybody out. They're just playing their backups. So I think Denver wins that game, locks up the 3 seed, and that's why we're focused on 4 and 5.
Yep.
All right, coming up next, I may have found where Emily Hebel can meet the love of her life.
Wow.
I will share it with you next. Pepe Montilla will also be here. Pepe, you've never played Potpourri of Lies, have you?
No.
Oh, you're in for a treat. All right, so we'll get Pepe in here next. First, let me tell you about our buddy Jacob Emrani. Trucks are a fact of life, and on our freeways, you see them all over the place. If you've ever been injured in a truck crash, you're probably dealing with mounting bills, uncertainty about the future. Jacob Emrani's team specializes in truck accident cases. They know the regulations, the companies, how to hold them accountable. Call 800-345-6789. Free consultation, no obligation. 800-345-6789. You can still go to calljacob.com, but you should put that phone number in your phone. 800-345-6789. And here's the best part. Anytime you're dealing with Jacob, you don't pay a penny unless he wins. How's that for confidence? So if a truck accident has turned your world upside down, pick up the phone, call Jacob right now. 800-345-6789. The law offices of Jacob Emrani.
It's time to BB Go For It.
Every game day, you can play and win fabulous prizes from BB Go.
And qualify for the grand prize, a trip to basketball's biggest stage.
Thank you.
Here we go. Time to BB Go For It. It's your cue to call. Caller number 7 right now, 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-ESPN. Caller number 7 gets to tell us which team tonight will hit the first 3-pointer.
BB Go For It.
That's right. It's a Lakers game day. Tell us again which team will hit the first 3-pointer, and you can win.
From BB Go and ESPN LA.
BB Go For It.
We'll find out who's playing BB Go For It coming up next
on ESPN LA.
We got your chance to win.
Kings fans, what a win!
They score! Tipped on the way through by Adrian Kempe. His second of the game makes it 3-1 LA.
The final regular season game at home. Kings and Oilers at Crypto, 1 o'clock on Saturday. That's right, the Oilers, Connor McDavid. Kings and Oilers Saturday, 1 o'clock. Check us out, and after the game, call Sam Boney and get on and talk all about it. Kings and Oilers, 1 o'clock on Saturday, ESPN LA, your home for Kings hockey.
All right, guys, it's Cappy, and I want to talk to you about Beach Life Festival because I've been talking about this festival for years. It is my absolute favorite music festival. It's coming to Redondo Beach between May 1st and the 3rd, so lock in on the weekend because we're going to be there all weekend long. Friday night, Duran Duran and the Chainsmokers. Saturday night, The Offspring and Slightly Stupid. Don't forget about Ben Harper and Joan Jett. And then on Sunday, I can't wait. James Taylor, Sheryl Crow. Place is going to go crazy. You got to get your tickets now. They're going fast, especially those VIP tickets. BeachLifeFestival.com and lock in on Sunday night because we're going to party for James Taylor and Sheryl Crow.
The LPGA Tour returns to Los Angeles for the JM Eagle LA Championship, presented by Plas Pro, April 16th through the 19th at El Caballero Country Club. Come watch 144 of the world's best female golfers, including LPGA Major Champion Hannah Green and 2025 champion Ingrid Lindblad. First responders, military, and kids under 17 get in free. It's more than just a golf tournament. Get your tickets today at jmeaglelachampionship.com.
You're sitting at a red light or stuck in traffic, and your phone lights up. Maybe it's a text, a video call, a new post, or a quick notification you think you can check in a second. It feels harmless, but the truth is, once your eyes leave the road, you're not really driving anymore. And traffic doesn't pause just because you do. That split second of distraction can throw off everything. Your reaction time, your awareness, your ability to avoid someone else's mistake. You could damage your car, injure yourself, or hurt someone you care about. Or you could get pulled over for a reminder that your phone isn't worth the risk. So before you start driving, make it easy on yourself. Put your phone on silent. Toss it in the glove box. Set it to Do Not Disturb. Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
It's time to BB Go For It.
Every game day, you can play and win fabulous prizes from BB Go.
And qualify for the grand prize, a trip to basketball's biggest stage.
It's time on Mason and Ireland right now on ESPN LA to BB Go For It. We've got caller number 7. Let's find out who it is.
Caller number 7 is Javier Liberto from Eastville. Congratulations, Javier, just for playing BB Go For It. Today on Mason and Ireland, you win $50 in BB Go. Now you got a chance to make it $100 and qualify for the grand prize, a trip to basketball's biggest stage. Give us your prediction for tonight's game. Which team will score the first three-pointer, Lakers or Suns?
Lakers.
Lakers it is.
BB Go For It. Listen to tonight's game on ESPN LA, and let's see if you're right for your chance to win even more BB Go product and qualify for the grand prize to see basketball's biggest game in person. BB Go For It from Mason and Ireland, ESPN LA, and our friends at BB Go.
BB Go For It.
BB Go For It, brought to you by BB Go Bold Korean flavor that's comforting and easy. Bowls, dumplings, fried rice. BB Go For It. And bring something different to the table. We welcome to the show Pepe Mantilla, the Spanish voice of Lakers radio, who is nice enough to join us in studio on home games. Pepe, last night was more like it, huh?
I love it. I love it. And one thing, besides, would you mind not like LeBron, but LeBron makes the team better?
Well, I don't know, Mike, we haven't had you in. Pepe and I have discussed it before. Why do you guys think, like all three of us have a front row seat to watch LeBron, and we have for 8 years? Mike, I'll start with you. Where do you think the hate comes from?
I don't think there's as much hate as you are purporting here.
I guarantee you there is.
I think that most reasonable people, which are the majority, probably not the ones necessarily always on Twitter or even calling into radio shows, which, by the way, I always appreciate. I think most people recognize what LeBron has done for the Lakers, but is it the same as Kobe Bryant being there for 20 years in the purple and gold?
But why are those things? Those things aren't mutually exclusive.
Because in the minds of a few, right? There's whoever the stars are, and I think Luka will benefit from this in the other direction. It's always going to be tough to follow that kind of an act for somebody that's taking over as the franchise superstar. But Pepe, I have felt that most people and most reasonable Laker fans, of which, again, there are a ton. Okay, I came from Minnesota. The Timberwolves don't have a lot of fans, period. Right? The Lakers have a ton of fans, And most of them are pretty reasonable.
Everywhere.
And I do think that sometimes we tend to focus too much on the minority opinion about his status as a Laker. I think that he has done exactly what he was promised to do, which was bring them a title, make them super competitive, and potentially set them up for the future as well.
Number one, we will see on Sport Graffiti what the people think. But I can tell you this.
Well, what a small
you have to put Kobe in a different place, okay? Because if you start comparing Kobe with LeBron, it's a different story because Kobe played his whole career with the Lakers, 5 championships. He's beloved by everybody. So if you put it on the side and you just see LeBron as a player, LeBron is a very, very good player. I mean, no need to hate LeBron.
Yeah, I mean, and it's an entertainment product, you guys. LeBron makes the games more entertaining. All right, let me get to this story because I'm trying to find love for Emily.
Okay.
All right. Dodger Stadium is the new spot for swinging singles. There is is it an app, M, drafted?
It is it's not an app necessarily, I don't think, but it's a place that is hosting these events.
Okay, so there's a Dodger fan named Jillian Pfeiffer, diehard Dodger fan, spent 10 years striking out on the dating apps. So here's her idea. Concept is simple. Singles buy tickets to sit in a designated drafted singles section during a Dodger game where everyone is fair to mingle, chat, and maybe spark a connection. These events have become popular. Wait lists reportedly topping 200 women per game.
Whoa.
Now, M, how do you feel? Can we send you in as a show experiment? As a single woman, you can take, if you want to take one of your girlfriends with you, you can. But as a single woman, can we send you into the drafted section and you can do an up-close 60 minutes report?
I would be very interested. I also read in this article that they do basically a pregame at the bar beforehand at a brewery. They have the game.
Good idea, by the way.
And then they have a postgame at like a bar or a club afterwards. So basically the night can be the entire day if you wanted to. This sounds like a great idea. You already come together because of a shared love of Dodger Stadium, shared love of baseball, shared love of that. So you have something to start talking about. At the pregame, they have like icebreaker things that get you to talk to somebody that's not just, hey, how are you? I think this is a fantastic idea, and I would be very willing to do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So that as soon as the Lakers season ends, we're moving on to Project Emily. We're sending her to the drafted section at Dodger Stadium, and we're rolling the dice.
I mean, that's a Project Hail Mary if I ever saw one.
if there is alcohol served or if people buy alcohol, you have to be really careful because people tend to transform.
Right, but sometimes
that's dating in general. Dating, you're gonna have most people are gonna have alcohol involved in this. But I know Arsenal, the soccer team that I love, has done this before. They have actually a dating show. I know. They have a dating show with Arsenal supporters where they go on dates at the stadium, get to know each other through their mutual fandom.
I'm sorry, a dating show?
Yeah.
Just for Arsenal?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. They're that interesting
Liverpool
and important,
doesn't do
right,
that.
Trudell?
I don't. I mean, I usually like to root for people. I like to root for love. But if it's Arsenal fans, I think I would be rooting for pain.
Yeah. Me too.
All right, coming up next, Trudell has never played icebreakers.
No.
Pepe won an icebreaker. Who'd you get this week? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Emily, do you remember who Pepe got?
No, I don't.
Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay.
All right, so coming up next is icebreakers. First, let me tell you about BBGO. You just saw us. We did a BBGO giveaway a second ago, and a BBGO is great if you're looking for something quick. I buy a bunch of this stuff every time I go to Ralph's. I throw it in the freezer. Anytime, if I don't feel like going out, I don't feel like paying $100 for takeout, BBGO's perfect for at-home watch parties or just settling in for a night of hoops. You got people coming over to watch Lakers Suns tonight? Go get some BBGO. Their food is bold and packed with flavor, also comforting. Bowls, dumplings, fried rice, they got it all. BBGO thinks that gathering with friends or family allows everybody to vibe on a wave of Korean food and culture with BBGO. Look for it at your local grocery store in the Asian and freezer aisles. BBGO for it and bring something different to the table. Icebreakers next. Mason and Ireland, ESPN LA.
How are you? It's Dr. Robert Clapper. Guess what? The Weekend Warriors Show is back Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA, thanks to Cedars-Sinai. Cedars-Sinai is a global leader in orthopedics, offering a range of solutions in all orthopedic subspecialties to get you back to doing the things you love. Don't miss the Weekend Warriors Show with me, Dr. Clapper, Saturday mornings at 7 a.m. on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Los Angeles, your chance to win an Aston Martin is waiting for you at Hard Rock Casino Tajon. Unity by Hard Rock members can receive entries on Thursdays and Saturdays in April for a chance to win a 2026 Aston Martin. Not a member yet? Signing up is easy. Visit casino.hardrock.com/Tajon. That's casino.hardrock.com/Tajon. Or download the Unity by Hard Rock app. Hard Rock Casino Tajon. The easiest drive from downtown LA. Details at casino.hardrock.com/Tajon.
Pizza Hut is bringing the heat with their new hand-tossed crust. Crispy and golden on the outside, soft and fluffy on the inside, finished with buttery garlic parm seasoning in every bite. And right now, grab a large pizza with any 3 toppings for just $10.99, delivery or carryout. When you're hungry for big flavor, keep Pizza Hut coming with the $10.99 large 3-topping deal. Order now at pizzahut.com or download the Pizza Hut app.
Limited time offer. Additional charges for extra cheese and toppings, stuffed crust, and original pan.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs and their experts install them. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Discover why Pella is a trusted choice for homeowners everywhere. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. That's Pella.com/Eisen.
Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your 6 figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year 1 needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, we've seen it all, and we're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box. Get started at hrblock.com.
Oh, it's Icebreakers time. Oh, right. That's right. The big voice guy.
Listen to Mason and Ireland. Weekdays noon to 3 on ESPN LA.
Exactly right. Time for Icebreakers on Mason and Ireland. Icebreakers made possible by Blue Ice Vodka. Your fit-friendly vodka. With no sugar added, 64 calories an ounce, and keto-friendly. Let's do it. Icebreakers. Presented by Blue Ice Vodka on Mason and Ireland. Take it away, producer Emily.
All right, so far in the month of April, John has made a sizable lead over everybody else.
I had a sizable lead last month, and Mace caught me from behind.
You're right.
In the last game.
I know.
So,
I
John?
still think Emily gave him the answer. She swears she didn't.
I didn't. John has 24 points. The others have 11 points. So Trudell and Pepe are competing in the others.
Well, Pepe already won one this week, and I'm worried about Trudell. I know him really well, and I think he might be good at this game. All right, what do we got?
For 10 points, I was born in 1969 in Ohio. My dad was a journalist and the special assistant to U.S. Senator Robert Taft Jr.
I'm going to take a shot. George Clooney.
That is incorrect.
Okay, I'm out.
Okay. So I'm going to finish this hint.
So, all right, hold, you guess and then you're out.
Yep, I'm done.
Yes, he's out.
Okay.
So continuing this hint, my mother was a public school teacher in Fairfax, Virginia, and my parents divorced when I was 7.
Wait, mother was a school teacher in Fairfax, Virginia. Emily Hebel. Your mom's a vet, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And my dad was a school teacher in a different part of Northern Virginia. Okay,
all right, next
for 9
quote.
points. I attended the prestigious Thomas Jefferson School in Northern Virginia, where I was elected class vice president as a freshman, but my cannabis use led me to transfer twice before eventually not graduating from high school. So had a lot of promise, smoked too much weed, transferred a bunch, and dropped out.
Okay.
For 8 points, I have appeared on the show Drunk History, X-Files, The Muppets, and I have made 15 plus appearances on SNL.
From Ohio.
Well, spent most of his time in Virginia. So it started in Virginia, quickly moved. It started in Ohio, quickly moved to Virginia.
Okay. I'm an SNL expert, and I don't know who this is.
For 7 points, my feature-length directorial debut premiered at the 2013 Sundance Film Festival, and my first time solo on the cover of Rolling Stones was in 2014.
Okay. Emily, you might get this one today.
I think I.
You want to take a shot?
Well, all right. Well, is it just me versus Pepe?
And Brian.
And
Brian.
And if none of you get it, Emily wins.
So you can wait one more if you want.
How many hints are left before I guess?
There are 6 more hints.
Okay. All right. I'm going to wait for one more.
For 6 points. The first band that I was in was called Scream.
Michael. Trudell.
Go ahead.
Dave Grohl.
It is Dave Grohl.
Wow.
Hey, Trudell.
Is that who you're thinking of?
That's what I was thinking of, but I was nervous because I was like, there was another actor that I was thinking of, but once you hinted strongly towards music, I went with it.
I was trying to throw you off with the a lot of the acting things, but yes, he's been on SNL 15 plus times.
Well,
with
so that's
Foo
because
Fighters
she said
and
appearances, so I'm like, well, it couldn't have been a host, right?
Right, nobody's hosted
which is
15
and then you would have had that. So I'm like, all right, so it's got to be a musician.
I didn't know that he was born in Ohio. I thought he was born in Seattle.
Well, that's
no,
like
he
Kurt
went to Seattle
Cobain,
way
and,
late.
he joined them later.
Join that grunge scene.
Very good, Mike.
Yeah, very good, Trudell. Icebreaker sponsored by Blue Ice Vodka, America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, 64 calories an ounce, made from Idaho potatoes, clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka, premium taste, nothing extra. Trudell, have you tried Blue Ice yet?
No, but I would
I have
like
bottles of it at my house. I will give you one.
Bring me one,
Yeah,
please.
you'll be hooked.
Excellent.
Okay, did you guys see that somebody at The Athletic did an NBA MVP vote, but they only asked players? Okay, so this is a poll only voted on by active current NBA players. And there were 160 votes cast. Who is the MVP? Pepe, who do you think the players think the MVP is?
I'm going to say Wemby.
That's what I said. Mike, you've seen this, right?
No, I haven't seen it.
All right, who do you think it is?
I bet the players said Shea.
Overwhelmingly Shea.
Yeah.
39. Pepe, I'm with you. I thought they would say Wemby because Wemby affects so much of the game.
Yeah, but especially older players don't want to give the younger guy that too much credit too quick.
Wemby is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th.
Wow.
Here it is. Shea, 39%.
Then Jokic.
Jokic, 21. Who do you think's next?
Luka.
Next is a tie.
Well,
3 players.
You said it's not Wemby, so it should be Luka.
Luka's
next.
1.
And then
They're all at 8.2%.
I don't think this player should be included in this mix, but maybe Jaylen Brown
2
this year. Wouldn't be for me again. And then the third would probably be
Cade
Mitchell.
Cade Cunningham.
Oh, Cade, yeah.
There
Cade.
it is.
Good Pepe, yeah.
So Shea, Jokic, Jaylen Brown, Cade, and Luka all tied 8.2%. Wemby at 5%. Ant-Man 3%. Kawhi 3%. Giannis 1%. The reason I thought Wemby would be higher is because of what Michael always says, his never minds. So these don't show up in the stats, but a player will attack the basket and he'll see Wemby in the paint and he'll say, never mind.
They change
and he'll
their
back
mind.
out.
Yeah.
And I think Wemby doesn't get enough credit for that. But I was surprised that Shea was this big of a favorite. And by the way, Mike, I think Shea's going to win. I think the media is going to vote for him too.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's the reason why it's that big and why because they won last year.
Mm-hmm.
He's been healthy this year. His numbers have been just as good. Like I would still rather have if I got to win one game, give me Jokic, give me Wemby before Shea. But he's right there, and certainly I would also have Luka if I have to win one game. And you said, okay, who do you want to pick first? You got to win one game. Do you want Luka or you want Shea? I would take Luka, but it's close. Shea is right there, and to me, it's those 4. And then there's another tier below that. But it's the 4 international players. Any one of them have a great case, and they're a step above that next group.
Do you get to vote?
No, so I back in the day I did, but they took votes away from any team broadcasters
because we would all vote for our own guys.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true. I think maybe some, but I just like any other journalist that's covering a team, I think you can separate truth from reality. Like I'm not going to vote Jackson Hayes for Defensive Player of the Year just because he plays for the Lakers.
No,
I think he's had a good season. But yeah, they don't let us vote anymore.
But most of the time, the voting, at least used to be, that the East Coast reporters or whatever media, they never even pay attention to the West, and they were voting for the East.
Yeah, the Boston. I've heard that before from Michael and Stu, like the kind of the bias back in the day for sure. Right. The East Coast.
This is interesting to throw at you guys. I've been saying for years that I could save the dunk contest. Have you ever heard my way to save the dunk contest, Pepe?
Yeah.
All right, this is my idea. You have 30 satellite dunk contests, one at every NBA team's home arena. So 30 satellites, and you do them at half times. All right? So every NBA game, at least once or twice, would have that. That's how you eliminate it from, and then so one guy would win the Lakers dunk contest, and he would be the Lakers representative. It's kind of like a Miss America pageant. We'd have one, except only 30 contestants instead of 50. Every state has a Miss America contestant. Every team would have a dunk, and it's not an active player, right?
Okay,
That's the key to this.
That was my question.
It is not a Lakers player. It is somebody in Los Angeles who can dunk, all right? Then you narrow it down, all right? You have a dunk contest until you narrow it down to 4 people. On the Friday of All-Star Weekend, you narrow it from 4 to 1, and then you put that one guy in the actual NBA dunk contest, okay? I've said for years this is what they should do. Nobody ever listens to me until now. Shaq has come to the rescue. Now, I don't know if he's going to be able to get the NBA behind this, but Shaq announced this week he's starting a league called Dunk Man with the sole purpose of finding the best dunker in the world. And they're going to go all over the world and look for him. I'm telling you, this will save the dunk contest because nobody ever good does the dunk contest anymore, although Wemby said he might do it next year. What do you think? Dunk Man, Shaq finds the dunker, whoever wins it, whoever wins Shaq's Dunk Man contest, it's like a reality show, put that guy in the NBA dunk contest.
And we'll compete against the players.
I guess I don't see the connection to the NBA enough for this to be persuasive.
That's what the NBA always says. But the problem is, okay, you represent the NBA in this meeting. I'll represent dunk contest, okay?
Yeah.
I'll represent the Dunk Man League.
It will make it more interesting, at least.
Right. Your dunk contest, Mr. NBA, doesn't work. Nobody's watched it for 5 years because none of your players will do it.
Counterpoint. Matt, your best dunker, Mac McClung, just did this, kicked the blank out of the NBA players, and won. And what did that save the dunk contest?
No, but
no. So the best guy that's not in the NBA, that's a great dunker, we just had him in the dunk contest. Everybody watched. Like, well, yeah, but what team does he play for? Do I get to watch him next week? And we said no, so we could. Okay, I don't care.
If I can guarantee you, and you can be the judge, that I can find you 5 dunkers who would dwarf Mac McClung, who would put him to shame.
But those can be on YouTube. Like we don't need to watch them at the NBA.
I've seen enough great dunks at this point. Like I don't care that much about the dunks. I'd rather see the stars play pickleball, okay, or like what the NFL has done. I'd rather see the stars play beer pong, okay, or do it with water if you want. Just some pool, ping pong, darts.
So you want a superstars competition, kind of?
As long as the star, I don't care what the competition is. If the stars are doing it, I'd rather see that more than somebody that I don't know that I'm not going to see again in a major game compete for dunks or threes or anything else.
I think
full court shots. I'm not interested in the non-NBA player dunk thing.
You just basically gave the NBA's perspective on this. They wanted it to be all about NBA players.
Yeah.
I think this Shaq thing's going to work. So we'll find out. Maybe
maybe
it dies on cable or dies on YouTube, but who knows? We'll
I
see.
like it better than the players playing pickleball or anything because it becomes like a festival, like a fair, like an Orange
And
County
by the way,
fair.
Some halftime shows are good. Other halftime shows stink. If we had 3 halftime shows that were guys dunking, nobody's going to the concession stands for that.
Look, I'll simplify it more. Even if it's just either ping pong or pickleball, if you see some of these guys play, or by the way, you want to have a golf thing involved. You're obsessed with golf.
Yeah, but if you've
Austin
seen the
Reeves
guys
and
on
Steph Curry, and then you could do mini golf if you want to bring like LeBron types in there. Now LeBron's getting better at actual golf, but my point is everybody loved the whole Anthony Edwards thing with the Olympics, and he went I could beat her in ping pong, but that to me is more compelling for an all-star because they're not going to play. The game itself got a little better thanks to Wemby and Anthony Edwards, so they raised the level of play. They tried harder, but the dunk contest, we've just seen enough. So give me a different competition of a different sport and let me see the best guys do it.
All right, coming up next is Sports Graffiti, and Michael Thompson has arrived. We'll get Michael in here next. And your phone calls, 877-710-3776. 877-710-3776. Sports Graffiti next. Trudell in for Mace. Michael's here. Pepe's here. Mason in Ireland. ESPN LA. National University. I love talking about these guys. They're one of my favorite partners, Dr. Mark Milliron and the group at National. You hear me talking about them all the time, and I say they'll let you get a degree on your schedule. They give out tons of scholarships every year. Well, here's one specifically that you can apply for right now. National University, which has more than 150 degree programs with flexible 4 8-week online courses, also gives away scholarships every year. Right now, you can take your shot. The Believe and Succeed Scholarship. It awards up to $6,000 annually toward an industry current bachelor's or master's degree, and you can apply for it right now at the National University website, nu.edu. nu.edu. If you want to apply for this, you have to apply by July 31st. You have some time. Terms and conditions apply. That website, nu.edu, will also answer any questions you have about getting a degree at National University. If that sounds like something you're interested in, check it out today. nu.edu, nu.edu, National University Sports Graffiti. Next.
Don't miss the countdown to kickoff. Presented by BMO, official bank of LAFC.
LAFC just keeps on rolling. The black and gold dominate Mexican side Cruz Azul, and the unbeaten run rolls on. Owanga, Sonny, David Martinez are all on fire. But can LAFC keep it going in Portland this weekend? Join me on Countdown to Kickoff presented by BMO tomorrow at noon on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
BMO presents Countdown to Kickoff, hosted by Mario Ruiz on ESPN LA.
Hyundai gives you America's best warranty on every new vehicle. It includes a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, plus 24/7 roadside assistance. That's peace of mind from Hyundai. And these days, that's priceless.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Hyundai Tucson. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end April 30th. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Welcome to Pacific Palms Resort, a full-service destination in the San Gabriel Valley. Stay in spacious, first-class accommodations with stunning views and savor an unforgettable meal at Red Restaurant and Bar, the hottest dining experience in the San Gabriel Valley, featuring culinary delights designed to excite even the most refined palate. Tee off on one of our 2 PGA-designed golf courses, a favorite among seasoned golfers, then relax at our Oasis pool or indulge in a rejuvenating spa treatment. Discover luxury hospitality at its finest at Pacific Palms Resort.
For the first time ever, the lost footage of Elvis has been recovered. From director Baz Luhrmann, epic Elvis Presley in Concert is being hailed as one of the most thrilling musical films of this era. Experience the indescribable magic at home. Epic Elvis Presley in Concert. Available now on digital.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
The home of the Lakers. And now the home of the Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon. KSPN Los Angeles. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
And it is 1 o'clock in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. And you know it's time for Sports Graffiti on Mason and Ireland. This is where you call in and talk to the fellas.
877-710-ESPN.
That's right, that number is back. It's not a mistake. Big voice guy, do it one more time.
877-710-ESPN.
You get to talk to Mason and Ireland during Sports Graffiti, and we know everybody loves Mason and Ireland.
Rick Vega, I'm the reigning champ of the Mason and Ireland Poker Invitational.
Gregory Mendez, Port Hueneme, California.
Why do you want Mason and Ireland?
Why I love them because they're there every day for me. They're consistently giving out some funny takes, being goofy, and to be honest, we need it in a time like this, so I love it.
Let's do it. Sports Graffiti time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, no Mace today, but that music means Michael Thompson has joined the show.
Yes.
And Michael walked in and immediately jumped down Trudell's throat.
And you know what?
You are such an old fogey.
Hold on. Before you get to that,
you have no imagination.
You like to make fun of me for people that I don't know that were born in 1920.
Right.
You don't know who Dave Grohl is?
You told me he was a drummer of Nirvana. The only person I know from Nirvana was Kurt Cobain and then Courtney Starden, whatever her name is.
Courtney Love.
Courtney Love. That's only two.
He's the leader of the Foo Fighters.
You never heard of the Foo Fighters?
I thought you said he was with Nirvana.
Yeah, he was the drummer for Nirvana.
Explain this idiot what it is.
Michael, you know who this is if you saw a picture of him. He plays like 6 instruments.
He might be the best drummer, one of the best drummers of all time.
And he doesn't even know. Like, and for Foo Fighters, then he started a whole band.
And he always plays.
And you have no idea who that is. And you're giving me a hard time.
He's no Charlie Watts.
The
Phil Collins.
The reason you got on Trudell is, Michael, you're on board with me, right? For my dunk contest idea.
Obviously, he's never seen you. Obviously, he's never seen these YouTube dunkers. These guys put the NBA players to shame.
That's I have. I can see them on YouTube. I don't need to
But
see
Trudell-
them at halftime.
Wait a minute. That's like saying Bruce Springsteen's in town. That's like saying you can see Bruce Springsteen on YouTube.
They're not
It's
NBA
better in
players.
People
person.
don't care, Trudell. It'll be an amazing show. Mac McClung wasn't an NBA player, but he set the dunk contest on fire for 3 straight years.
We've already debated this,
let's
John.
get-
How about the Lakers injury report? Or do you have calls to take?
Yeah, we get calls, but I'm glad you brought up the Laker injury report because what's on tap? Lakers back at Crypto tonight to face Phoenix. Toyota Lakers countdown with Beto starts at 6, tip-off at 7:30. You can hear it all on the crystal clear digital audio of the ESPN LA app. Or, of course, always on 7:10 a.m. Brought to you by Michelob Ultra. Superior taste worth playing for. Official beer sponsor of the Lakers. Please enjoy responsibly. Mike mentioned the Laker injury report. It just came out.
Very good news for you, John.
Yeah, Marcus Smart not on it.
That is correct.
But there is a new name.
Luke Kennard got put on left finger injury management. I did the walk-off with Luke last night.
Right.
And Luke he's been fantastic. He's 28 assists to 4 turnovers the last 4 games, or last 3 games,
and
I should
he's
say.
shooting more.
And this is left hand. Yes, that is his shooting hand, but I think he'll be okay. Hopefully.
Right. I hope so.
But Marcus Smart, that means he's returning. That's huge. We know with Luka and with Austin Reeves out, the Lakers need that ball handling, and so that LeBron and Luke Kennard don't have to do it all, and he's their best defensive player.
And we need Ayton to play at least as well as last game.
Let's get to the phones. Albert in Ontario. Albert, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
Hey guys, lifelong Laker fan here, and I'm not a LeBron fan, but at the same time, I could admit he's playing really good. And keeping him for next year, the only thing that will concern me is like if there's a farewell tour. Every time there's been a milestone with LeBron or with the statue reveal, we took big losses on those games. And I'll just be worried those games with the farewell tour will take a lot of air out of the room for us.
Okay, thanks for the phone call. Michael, I made the argument earlier. I don't understand why any real Laker fan wouldn't want LeBron back. If you can get him for your price, the way he's playing, you got to bring him back.
Yeah, it's amazing how he's playing. He's 21 years of age, not 41.
Yeah, here is Sean in Lomita. Hey, Sean, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Hey, John, I want to tap into one of your expertise, and that is yacht rock.
Okay.
I am making a playlist of yacht rock, and where would you consider the criteria for yacht rock? And also, would you consider songs like Brown Eyed Woman and Brown Eyed Women, Brown Eyed Girl, sorry, wrong band, and Kodachrome and like More Than a Feeling, would you consider those as yacht rock?
More than the other two
Boston,
for sure.
Baby.
Kodachrome for sure. The Boston one's more. Yeah, you could put that in there. I think anything that was done in the 70s or 80s that's rock is good. You got to start it though with either Kenny Loggins or Michael McDonald. Those are the Shaq and Kobe of yacht rock.
And Christopher Ross.
Christopher Cross too.
Ross.
But yeah, I could listen to yacht rock all day.
But
By the
not
way,
Van Morrison.
Apple. Well, but although Brown Eyed Girl is, you could put that on a yacht rock playlist.
I would.
The Apple Music, if you use Apple Music, Sean, you can. They have a yacht rock playlist that they update once a week. So you can just download the playlist and you'll get everything. Thanks for the call. Here is Perry in Lakersfield. Hey, Perry, you're on Sports Graffiti.
Hey, John, I just want to throw my 2 cents in on LeBron. Anyone that's a basketball fan just loves people that love it as much as him and that can actually play that long. You got to love it. He's dedicated. But when it comes to Lakers fans, in 1974 I was born, and so we always have just had a greatness. It's just been amazing. We always kind of expect it. we want the next Kobe. We want to embrace. And Luka, he's so easy to embrace when he comes over. He goes right to the fires and donates. Doesn't even know anyone in the town. And so I think with LeBron, his entrance just really hurt us because we're so far down in the dumps. We'll take anyone, and he picked us, and we're grateful. But with that, he came in as if we should be grateful. And we're just so used to them being grateful, being a Laker. And he doesn't show up to the thing that he supposedly was tweeting. He was going to go over to Blaze Pizza. And just from the beginning, we kind of felt like we were peasants. And that's the feeling we've never felt with our big-time stars. And so with that, I think that's why it is. But him playing, amazing. Get him for a great price. You keep him. That's basketball, one-on-one. You want the best on your team. But embracing him, it's very hard. It's kind of like Aaron Rodgers. Is he good? Yeah, but I don't want the off-the-field stuff. I'll pass on that. So with him, he doesn't cause any problems. I'm sure he's the greatest team player. But there are things off the things where it's a turnoff. We just don't want someone controlling us or treating us below what we're used to.
Okay, Perry, thank you. Guys, the only thing I care about is, does this guy make us better and can he help us win? And the answer to LeBron in both cases is an overwhelming yes.
And I would like everybody to just get over the Blaze Pizza thing. What is that, 9 years ago?
And I don't think LeBron ever tweeted it.
Exactly.
I think other people did.
I think that's on you guys, not on LeBron.
It's kind of like if you look at his career and you're trying to think of the worst thing that he's done, and what you can come up with is the decision. And it's sort of like, just to put that into context.
It's still
with
benefited
what he's done
like
in his
Boys and
career.
Girls Club.
People
Like,
change.
come
People
on.
change.
Come on, it's just you're really searching for something.
Here's Chris in Corona. Hey, Chris, you're on Sports Graffiti. Hi.
Michael Thompson, 2 questions.
Pay
when you were a
attention,
young
Michael.
man, did you ever score at the Junkanoo? And if you did, was she pretty? That's my first question.
What's the Junkanoo?
Junkanoo is like Mardi Gras, like the carnival you see in Brazil. Big parades during Christmas,
It's
Boxing
in the
Day,
Bahamas?
and New Year's Eve. We have that every. It's a traditional parade. Did I ever score? No, I was too shy. I was scared of girls when I used to go to Junkanoo. Remember, I left the Bahamas when I was 16, 17. I had yet to kiss a girl, so I wasn't looking to score. I was
And
just
look at
looking
you now. You're a modern-day James Bond.
Yeah, once I became a Laker, I mean, everything changes.
You know, there is something wrong about that.
What's wrong with about 17 not kissing a girl, Pep?
You were scared of girls? You
Yes,
said?
yes.
Girls were scared of you.
Why? I was good looking, Pepper.
Oh, you're ugly.
Well, hold on. Before you were a Laker, okay, it's when you went to my home state, to Minnesota.
Minnesota, right.
And all the Scandinavian girls took a look at you.
But they're all wholesome. They don't do nothing. They raise them right up there, Trudell. That's why you married one from Minnesota.
Yeah, Jay in Fresno. Hey, Jay, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go for it.
I'm so happy that Michael and Pepe are there. I have a proposition for you. I would like to set a petition or application to be Pepe's translator. Often he gives wisdom and different things, and you guys have no idea what he's talking about. Yet I consistently understand what he's saying.
You speak Pepe?
Exactly.
We need you. We need you around here. Thank you. Tell these guys, because these guys living here in Los Angeles, California, they have to get used to my accent because a lot of people have
not your accent.
my accent.
It's not your accent. It's what you say.
Pepe,
No.
who plays center for the Thunder?
Thomas Holmgren.
Who's he?
Pepe doesn't want to say Chet Holmgren because it sounds like the S word with his accent. Kevin in San Dimas. Kevin, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go for it.
Starts at the 4 anyway.
Hey, you guys were talking about NBA All-Star Week. I don't think there's any saving the All-Star game, but what do you guys think about adding an event like a 1v1 tournament?
Oh, no, they'll never do that. Guys will be scared to risk injury and get embarrassed, so they never do that.
Remember they did it in the 70s when you were playing.
Yeah, no, it was kind of
Pete
boring.
Maravich carved up everybody.
Yeah, it was kind of boring anyway, but no, guys would never do that.
Well, I think it's a much better idea than this dunk contest of non-NBA players that Michael and John are pushing.
I don't get it.
The idea of it is great. I would much rather watch Anthony Edwards play
ping pong.
Anybody in one-on-one.
Did you enjoy watching Mac McClung, the dunks he was pulling off?
Did
you enjoy it? Yes
was
or no
fine.
question.
I enjoyed it, but I did not feel like it was part. He was not on an NBA
I didn't
roster.
ask you that. Were his dunks not amazing?
He's an amazing dunker.
Yeah, and
he's
you got
an amazing
you got
dunker.
even better ones on YouTube. It's amazing what these guys do.
And I can watch them.
You know what you
on
are?
YouTube.
You are a killjoy.
Yeah.
Trudell.
No,
Come
that's just a
on, man.
fact.
You know what they should do? You know,
on the negative.
according to you, you know what they should do? They should do a penalty kick. One of the players
that's a
should
great
be
idea.
one of the players should be the goalie,
Yes.
and the
All
other
right.
one should be taking the penalty.
This is genius. Yes.
Pepe, can I have first pick? I have Wemby, and I'm putting him in goal.
In goal.
First of all, if you watch a bunch of Luka is always juggling a basketball before games with Maxi Kleber. Like there's a lot of guys that can kick a ball, and Michael's obsessed with goalies that like basketball players using their length.
Right.
This is the best idea you've ever had.
Isn't Mike? I think you're overrating how much we would like fish out of water stuff. Like, why do I want to watch Anthony Edwards play golf?
Yeah.
Well, so golf you can't do in an NBA
or
arena.
Ping pong.
That's because it just Anthony Edwards against Donovan Mitchell in ping pong. You don't think that'd be entertaining?
I'd rather see these guys on YouTube.
Nobody's going to watch.
What are you doing?
Big Rob, you're on Sports Graffiti. Big Rob, go.
What's up, guys? What's up? I'm about to contradict myself, but you know what? Don't you guys think that the Lakers' offense moves better when Reeves has the ball instead of Doncic just waiting for the last second to chunk up something? Now I'm about to contradict myself. Last night, I don't care what nobody says, LeBron James is still the best player on the Lakers. And last night, he just made up his mind and said, I'm just going to attack and take over the game. The playoffs are about to start. If LeBron has that mindset right there to just, I'm going to get mine, and the rest of you guys, you know what, fit in. If you want the ball, move around, I'll find you. So that's what I'm saying. And another thing, who was that guy last night? His last name was Junior. We need to get him more shots.
Oh, Nick
That
Smith.
guy can shoot the ball.
Came in and hit 3 threes in like 90 seconds.
What he's saying, he's not crazy. When you think about it, LeBron's still the best player on his team. I mean, isn't he? He isn't?
No, Luka's the best player on the team, but
LeBron's
LeBron's the
Luka's
most
the best player.
accomplished player on our team. There's a difference.
LeBron has said several times this year, Luka is our best player.
Well, he's
LeBron's
being
41.
humble.
LeBron
So
can
what?
be the best player for any game.
He can get to the basket. He can run the floor. He's still got his speed and quickness. He can shoot.
He's leading the NBA in fast break points.
Trudell,
yes, but
what does Luka do better than him? He can create his own shot.
What do you mean? What does he do better than him?
The answer is score.
No, the answer
LeBron
is
can score at will if he wants to.
What Luka does better than everybody else except for Jokic is create a great, and this is counter to the point the caller just made, Luka creates the most efficient offense of anybody in the NBA.
That's right.
Except for, because if he's either he can score at all three levels by himself,
or pass the ball.
He causes the defense to collapse and then gets everyone else wide open shots. His points per possession created when he has the basketball better than anybody else but Jokic. LeBron used to do that. Now he does it sometimes.
All right, coming up next, Michael and I were up in arms about this on the plane when we first heard it, but there's been new info. Did the Sacramento Kings tank a game on purpose, blatantly, in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes to go? The NBA thinks they might have, so they did an investigation, and we have the results. We'll share them with you next. Mason in Ireland, Trudell in for Mace. Michael's here. Pepe's here. ESPN LA.
Purple and gold-blooded. The Lake Show play here.
Tonight, just 2 games remain on the regular season schedule for the Purple and Gold, and both are right here at Crypto.com Arena.
Here is LeBron driving down the middle all the way, slam dunk. LeBron with a thunder dunk.
Your Los Angeles Lakers host the Phoenix Suns. Coverage begins tonight at 6 p.m.
Every dribble, every dunk. This is the home of the Lakers. 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Vista Paint is California's original paint company and has been serving pros and homeowners since 1956. Our paints are formulated for lasting performance, beautiful finishes, and made to withstand the weather. Vista Paint, locally made, expertly crafted, always reliable.
Pizza Hut is bringing the heat with their new hand-tossed crust. Crispy and golden on the outside, soft and fluffy on the inside, finished with buttery garlic parm seasoning in every bite. And right now, grab a large pizza with any 3 toppings for just $10.99, delivery or carryout. When you're hungry for big flavor, keep Pizza Hut coming with the $10.99 large 3-topping deal. Order now at pizzahut.com or download the Pizza Hut app.
Limited time offer. Additional charges for extra cheese and toppings, stuffed crust, and original pan.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNLAcontests.com. That's ESPNLAcontests.com.
Los Angeles, if you missed out on any action this past season, don't make the same mistake. Secure your spot in the Rams house for 2026. Watch every home game next year with big-time matchups against the Bills, Chiefs, Cowboys, and Packers. In addition, enjoy home playoff ticket access, interest-free monthly payment plans, and stadium event pre-sale access. Visit therams.com/2026. Again, that is therams.com/2026. Don't miss out on any of next season's action. Get your Rams season tickets today.
Hey LA, it's Bethel Duran. Head to Northridge Toyota and Wondering Toyota today and drive off in a brand new, beautiful 2026 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for just $209 a month on a 36-month lease. $209 for a Tacoma? You already know it's got to be Northridge and Wondering Toyota. Any trade you own outright is your down payment. It's a limited time offer. Nobody's going to take care of you like my guys at Wondries and Northridge Toyota.
2026 Toyota Tacoma SR5 iForce 2.4 cylinder turbo 5-foot bed double cab 4x2 RWD model. MSRP $40,628. Lease 10,000 miles per year and excludes tax, title, license, and dollar fees.
Hey guys, it's time to lock in because the Beach Life Festival is coming up really fast. It's May 1st through the 3rd in Redondo. Duran Duran Friday night is going to blow the thing away. The Chainsmokers, The Offspring, James Taylor, Sheryl Crow on Sunday are going to be ridiculous. All on the beach in one place in one weekend. The VIP tickets, guys, are almost gone. Once they're gone, that's it. They're over. So if you're thinking about beach life, now's the time to lock it in. 3 days, right on the water at Seaside Lagoon. This is not one you're going to want to miss because you're going to have terrible FOMO. Get your tickets now at beachlifefestival.com.
You've said it before. This will only take a second. Just a quick glance. A fast reply. But on the road, seconds don't wait for you. They decide everything. Who stops, who doesn't, who makes it home. So next time your phone lights up, ask yourself, is this distraction worth a ticket or even a life? Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NetSide.
Evan Cohen here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason, Ireland, you guys are clowns.
Screw you, Josh.
Damn.
Mason and Ireland on 710.
Mason and Ireland are clowns. That's going to be a drop for a long time.
Why not?
Back to the guys.
All right, today it's Trudell and Ireland. Mike Trudell filling in for Mason, and Michael and Pepe are both here. And when Michael and I first saw this story, we were on a plane. We were beside ourselves. Here's what happened in a game Tuesday night between Sacramento and Golden State. Sacramento has a 1-point lead with 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the fourth. Pepe, they led by 1. And Doug Christie tells Doug McDermott to intentionally foul Seth Curry, the best free throw shooter on the Warriors, to put the Warriors ahead. And everybody went ballistic. Draymond Green said after the game, when I screw up, I get fined. They just blatantly tanked the game. They fouled our best free throw shooter when they were 1 point ahead and gave the game to us. Why don't they get fined?
Well, much time was left in the game?
3:15.
Well, for some reason, he missed. That doesn't mean you got plenty of time to win the game after that.
All right, so
it wasn't like it was the last second.
Right. So here's what Christie says he was doing. And of the four of us, we've all worked in the NBA for 20 years. Trudell was the only one who even knew this rule. I didn't even know it. Apparently, at the end of the game, if you have, Mike, you can probably better explain this than I can. If I have 3 timeouts at the end of the game and the clock goes inside 3 minutes, I lose one of my timeouts. It's a lose it or use it timeout.
Yes. I pulled up the technical language for you. Each team will be limited to 2 team timeouts after the later of the 3-minute mark of the fourth period or the conclusion of the second mandatory timeout of the fourth period. So like after the second TV timeout.
They would take it away from me if I don't use it.
So once the clock hits 3 minutes, you'll see, look up on the board if you're in an arena or sometimes on the TV, and you'll see that it'll have timeouts left, and it will go from 3 to 2.
Okay.
And so a lot of times, JJ Redick, let's say there's 3:25 on the clock, he'll look over and be like, let's get LeBron a rest or whatever, and he'll call the timeout to use it or lose it.
All right, so Michael, the thing that you point out, the fact that there was still 3:15 to go, is significant here. Here's what Christie says he was doing, Doug Christie, the coach of the Kings. He says that he knew he was going to lose one of his timeouts if the clock dipped below the 3-minute mark. And so he looked up, there's 3:15 to go. He yells at Doug McDermott, foul him. Just at the time, Seth Curry happened to have the ball. So Doug gets out of his chair and yells at Doug McDermott, foul him. McDermott fouls him. Seth actually missed one of the free throws, but he ties the game. And during the timeout, Doug Christie, the reason he wanted to use the timeout is he thought his guys were gassed. So during the timeout,
wait a minute. He called the timeout after he fouled him.
Correct.
Okay.
Because he didn't have the ball.
Right.
And you can't call a timeout if you don't have the ball. You can only do it during a stoppage. So the Kings all go back to the huddle. Christie draws up a 3-point play for McDermott that immediately after the timeout, McDermott makes, and the Kings go back in front. So in a strange way, Christie's strategy kind of worked. What he didn't know, what Christie didn't know, is that they, and you should know this as a head coach, the Warriors were already in the bonus. He just wanted a foul.
Oh, okay.
He just wanted a foul to stop the clock.
To call a timeout.
So call a timeout.
Yeah.
But by putting him in the bonus, it looks terrible.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, it looks so bad that Michael and I looked at each other and we said, if this is true, we would take away their pick. If he blatantly tanked that way,
I'd fire him.
That I would say, look, we're going to make an example out of you. We're going to take away your pick. Sam Amick, who I saw at the game last night, Mike, I think you talked to him too. He was at Lakers Warriors. Michael and Trudell and I were in San Francisco last night. Sam wrote a big story about this, and if you subscribe to The Athletic, you can read it. He says he's talked to everybody, including the people at the NBA, and the NBA says the investigated found that Christie made no intentional effort to give the Warriors a shooting foul or to cause the Kings to lose the game. The evidence, guys, strongly favors the Kings. For starters, they've been pretty good lately. Since February 21st.
Well, pretty good is a little
Well, let me finish. Since September 21st, when they were 12-46 and had a 3-game lead on Indiana for the league's worst record, Sacramento has gone 9-13. They've won 9 games. So they've fallen into a 4th place tie with Utah in that department. And Christie's been adamant that he's not tanking. And if you look at this specific instance, after trailing by 13 with 2 minutes to go in the third, the Kings went on a 17-2 run, took the lead with 9:40 to go. And the Kings actually had a 97-95 lead at the end of the game. So when he fouled Seth Curry on purpose at the 3:15 mark, utilizing the third timeout, that play worked. Doug McDermott then hit a 3. This still, to me, indicates that the NBA has to fix tanking. But I would not punish the Kings. Trudell, how about you?
No, I mean, I wouldn't punish them for this specific thing. It's just a coaching mistake.
Right.
Forget how it turns out. And, let's be honest. You would call that the best coach team, I don't think, in the NBA. And the roster was really rough going into the season, but also expensive. They don't have any young guys that they've even been able to sort of feature. So, like, when the Lakers were bad, it was, yes, but look, Brandon Ingram for the future, D'Angelo Russell, Julius Randle, Josh Hart, Ivica Zubac. Like, you had all these guys, right, that were at least, hey, let's watch these guys rise. And then, yes, several of them got traded for Anthony Davis. The Lakers win a title because of that. Sacramento doesn't have that. And then they had a chance to get, they were because they were so bad, they were in pole position to at least have the top odds to get a lottery pick. And then, as John just mentioned, for no apparent reason, because they have mostly vets, they've gone 9-13, and 4 teams have hopped them for ping pong balls.
But I admire Mike, more than the teams that are losing on purpose.
So, look, given what the rules are, I don't like tanking either, but that's just incompetence. All they've done is decrease their odds of getting a better player right now for absolutely no gain. They're not making younger players better. They're just playing some vets. So it's been one of the worst managed seasons in recent NBA history.
Michael, would you punish the Kings?
No, he just miscalculated on the team fouls. He wasn't paying attention.
I think so. Pepe, what were you going to say?
No, I wouldn't punish them. But we've seen so many teams doing crazy things. They're winning against the Lakers, and then all the good players, they're not playing the fourth quarter, and then they end up losing. We saw it against Indiana, I think. when they sat the best players in the fourth quarter, and Lakers were playing bad.
Well, so. Remember, in Indiana actually played their starters the entire fourth quarter and made Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves and LeBron stay in the court.
Then it wasn't Indiana. It was another team.
One of the other teams. Yeah.
I think this. I think this
Brooklyn.
story is going to go away. Don't you, Michael?
Yeah. He just didn't realize they were at 5 team fouls already.
Okay. By the way, speaking of tanking, I heard the best idea to fix tanking yet, and I'll share it with you guys.
Better than mine?
It's comparable to yours, and I think we can incorporate yours and theirs and come up with a home run. I'll tell you what it is next. LAFC's on the road this weekend. Tune in tomorrow at noon for the BMO Countdown to Kickoff, both on ESPN LA 710 and the app, the ESPN LA app. Then later, LAFC takes on the Portland Timber. Pregame at 1, kickoff at 1:30, streaming live on the ESPN LA app, home of LAFC. You want to know how to fix tanking? I'm going to tell you next. Mason and Ireland, Trudell in for Mace. Michael and Pepe here. By the way, Rich Eisen, who's going back to Bristol to host Sports Center next Sunday, scheduled to join us at 1:45 in 15 minutes on the ESPN LA Lakers radio network. Is this Blue Ice, Em?
It is.
Okay. I just told Trudell I'm going to get Trudell a bottle of Blue Ice. If you like vodka, if you drink vodka, you got to try Blue Ice. It's the largest American potato vodka in the world, and it's rated double gold. Here's the thing. Most vodka is made from corn. Like any famous vodka you've had over the years is probably made from corn. Blue Ice is made from potatoes, which makes it taste different and, in my opinion, a lot better. It's also one of the lowest calorie vodkas on the market, gluten-free, non-GMO, crafted to elevate every sip. Their classic potato vodka is just 64 calories per ounce. I was talking to Tom Gibson, the guy who runs Blue Ice, the other day, and I told him, of all the products that I do endorsements for, Blue Ice is the one I get the biggest response from because I tell people just try it one time. One time and you're hooked. When Blue Ice says vodka with standards, they mean it. No additives, no artificial flavors, no hidden sugars. Just clean premium vodka. Check it out today. It comes in 3 flavors. Traditional vodka, Blue Ice Huckleberry. That goes great with lemonade. And don't forget Blue Ice Double Espresso, a double gold winner and vodka of the year. You just shake that up, pour it over ice, and you're good to go. Blue Ice Vodka. Try it today. Clean, American-made vodka with standards.
It's time to BB Go For It.
Every game day, you can play and win fabulous prizes from BB Go.
And qualify for the grand prize, a trip to basketball's biggest stage.
Thank you. Here we go. Time to BB Go For It. It's your cue to call. Caller number 7 right now, 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-ESPN. Caller number 7 gets to tell us which team for the next Lakers game will hit that first 3-point basket.
BB Go For It.
Tell us again which team will hit the first 3-pointer, and you can win.
From BB Go and ESPN LA.
BB Go For It.
We'll find out who's playing BB Go For It coming up next on ESPN LA.
We got your chance to win.
Kings fans, what a win!
They score! Tipped on the way through by Adrian Kempe. His second of the game makes it 3-1 LA.
The final regular season game at home. Kings and Oilers at Crypto, 1 o'clock on Saturday. That's right, the Oilers, Connor McDavid. Kings and Oilers Saturday, 1 o'clock. Check us out, and after the game, call Sam Boney and get on and talk all about it. Kings and Oilers, 1 o'clock on Saturday, ESPN LA, your home for Kings hockey.
The LPGA Tour returns to Los Angeles for the JM Eagle LA Championship, presented by Plas Pro, April 16th through the 19th at El Caballero Country Club. Come watch 144 of the world's best female golfers, including LPGA Major Champion Hannah Green and 2025 Champion Ingrid Lindblad. First responders, military, and kids under 17 get in free. It's more than just a golf tournament. Get your tickets today at jmeaglelachampionship.com.
Hey, everybody, it's Cappy, and I know that a lot of people around are getting sick right now. You are not imagining this. It's real. Doctors have said this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. And listen, I was just away visiting some friends up in Mammoth, and everybody was coughing and sneezing, and I don't know about you guys. I can't get sick. I'm sure you can't get sick. So now what I've done is I've ordered a medical emergency kit. Now, when you have a medical emergency kit, it's like having an urgent care or a pharmacy right in your home. No waiting for a doctor, no hours at urgent care, no lines at a pharmacy, no copays. I'm telling you that you get things like a generic Z-Pack to help you get well faster and handle what are really a bunch of common and in some cases more serious illnesses. But let's get you and your family to have this care kit in your home. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in just minutes, and it's shipped to your door immediately, and we'll save you $45 when you use our promo code 710. It's urgentcarekit.com/710, urgentcarekit.com/710, and you're saving $45.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter, and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's time to BB Go For It.
Every game day, you can play and win fabulous prizes from BB Go.
And qualify for the grand prize, a trip to basketball's biggest stage.
It's time on Mason and Ireland right now on ESPN LA to BB Go For It. We've got caller number 7. Let's find out who it is.
Caller number 7 is Matthew Clancy from Long Beach. Congratulations, Matthew, just for playing BB Go For It. You win $50 in BB Go now. You got a chance to make it $100 and qualify for the grand prize, a trip to basketball's biggest stage. Give us your prediction for Sunday's game. This is Lakers Jazz on Sunday. Which team will score the first 3-point basket on Sunday, Matthew? Lakers or Jazz?
Thanks, Ireland. It's a tough one, but I'm just going to stick with the Lakers.
Okay, Lakers it is.
BB Go For It for your chance to win even more BB Go product and qualify for the grand prize to see basketball's biggest game in person. BB Go For It from Mason and Ireland, ESPN LA, and our friends at BB Go.
BB Go For It.
BB Go For It brought to you by BB Go Bold Korean flavor. Bowls, dumplings, fried rice. BB Go For It and bring something different to the table. Okay, I mentioned tanking. That the NBA has been trying to solve tanking as long as any of us have been alive. Even you, Pepe. It's been a problem forever. But I read this in a Yahoo article from Kevin O'Connor. So if you want to do a deep dive on this, go to KOC's article on Yahoo. This is, to me, Michael, your idea has always been the one I've supported because it's simple and it makes the most sense.
Mm-hmm. Simple. Everybody can follow it.
That there are 14 teams in the lottery. Michael's idea is give each one of the 14 teams one ping pong ball.
That's it.
One. And then there is no advantage at all to losing. Mm-hmm. All right?
I hate to say this, but I'm going to have to agree with Michael.
But Michael, I think I found a tweak that we could add to it to even further discourage teams from tanking. Mm-hmm. All right, here it is. So right now, 20 teams make the playoffs if you count the play-in tournament, okay? So let's say the 10 teams that don't make the playoffs go into a lottery.
Right.
The other 20 teams choose based on record.
Yeah.
Okay? So if you're tanking and you're just trying to get to be one of the worst 10 teams, then you're in the lottery. But according to this article by Kevin O'Connor, and I love this, the bottom 3 teams, the teams with the worst record, have less of a chance to get the first pick than 4 through 10. So using your analogy, Michael, let's say 10 teams in the lottery. Teams, if you finish between 4th and 10th, you get 2 ping pong balls. But if you're one of the 3 worst teams, you only get 1. Mm-hmm. So it further discourages losing on purpose. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd accept that. That's better than anything else I've heard.
Trudell, what do you think?
I love the idea that even a game in now, like right now, tonight, like I think it's who's playing it? Is it Utah against one of the other tanking
Sacramento?
teams?
Let's just
something like
for
that.
example.
Which you would probably watch.
Even in that
Probably
case,
would.
the incentive is for those teams to play well and win relative to lose. So it gets closer to like the English Premier League, right? Which Pepe and I love, where it's not relegation, of course, but at least the teams at the bottom are still trying to compete to win. So anything that has that as a result, I'm positive.
Pepe, what do you think? The bottom 3 teams would be penalized even more for finishing bottom 3.
That sounds really good. I don't think they're going to do it, but that sounds really good because then close to the end of the season, every team is going to be playing their hardest, and they're not going to be tanking because they don't want to be the worst 3 teams because they're only going to get one ball.
Right. Yeah. So I think I love that idea that if you finish in the bottom 3, your lottery odds go down, not up. You have less of a chance of game. So there's just absolutely no incentive to lose. All right, let me get this in before we bring Rich Eisen on. Rich is coming up next.
Utah-Memphis, by the way, is the game that I was thinking of.
Okay. So you guys know that the new Pope is a Chicago White Sox fan, the guy they appointed like a year ago. So the team, the White Sox, are giving away, and I've never heard of a team do this, Pope hats. You know, like the hat the Pope wears, the tall hat. They are so tall, these Pope hats, that they won't give them away when you come to the game. They're going to send it to your house. All right, because that way, if everybody put the Pope hats on, the people behind you wouldn't be able to see. So I give them credit for that. But, Michael, here's my question. Isn't this a little sacrilegious? Like
Totally.
Like,
oh, come on.
Wait a minute, Emily. What if, can I wear the hat in public? What if I'm not what if I'm not Catholic?
People dress up as a pope for Halloween. People do things like that. I think people are being a little too precious about
What if
this.
they wanted
It's
to give out?
fun.
What if they wanted to give out the hijab to the women?
I don't care.
You wouldn't care?
But that isn't that what Pepe?
But the reason they're doing this is
you
because
saw
of-
what I saw here, right?
It's lack of respect.
Yeah, it kind of is.
No,
Totally.
it's ultimate respect for Pope Leo. Pope Leo probably is a big fan of this.
I think it's lack of respect. really.
I think they're going to end up just like the Atlanta Hawks ended up apologizing for the Magic City night. I think the White Sox are going to end up apologizing for this.
Completely disagree.
What do you think, Trudell?
No, I'm with Emily on this one. I think that clearly they are trying to honor the Pope, who is from Chicago.
They were trying to honor some strippers.
And I didn't have a problem with that either.
Oh, come on.
You
got to have some
But there
standards.
are
Mason did, but he's
I
approved.
just think there are a lot of really serious things going on in the world right now.
So offending someone's religion's okay?
Why is it offending
Some
someone?
people will take it that way.
They're praising him.
There are other ways.
They're celebrating
There
him.
are other ways to honor the Pope.
Hey, guys.
They are celebrating their.
Go
the
ahead,
Pope.
Em. What?
The Dodgers have done Christian nights before, and the people don't think that it's disregarding other religions. This is something that is
But when
celebrating.
the Dodgers did Christian nights, did they give away giant
And
crosses?
did
to
they
every
dress
fan?
up? Did they dress up like priests? Come
They
on.
could have.
Have some respect.
No, they have to show
okay,
respect.
so Emily, I'm going to tell you a story. I grew up in an Episcopal church.
I was raised Catholic.
Okay, so you actually have more skin in the game than I do. But one day, we were practicing. You know, like I was an acolyte, so we would have to do the church services, and we were practicing. So once one of us came up with the bright idea, you know, we were 11, 12 years old, that we said, hey, let's put on our acolyte uniforms, what we'll be wearing in the service, so we'll get a better feel for what it's like. And the priest walked in, and he goes, what are you idiots doing? And we went, well, we were just practicing. We thought it would be better if we practiced with the actual sacraments on. He goes, you're in God's house, and you're disrespecting God. Take that off right now. So somebody's going to react that way.
But the White Sox Stadium is not God's house. Yeah.
That's within a church.
Right.
This
I still
is
don't think
not
they
a
deserve to
church.
be chastised.
I think it's
What
lack of respect, man. My opinion is lack of respect.
What if they
Everybody's entitled to their opinion. They can honor the Pope in a different way.
All right, we got to break. Rich Eisen coming up next. Mason and Ireland, ESPN LA. Oh, I got to talk about ZipRecruiter. You know, I was with Ian Siegel over the weekend. ZipRecruiter, he invented ZipRecruiter, and as he puts it, ZipRecruiter leaves nothing to chance. If you are hiring, you got to use ZipRecruiter because right now it's free. You just go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA and they'll help you find qualified job candidates fast. It's an algorithm. They use their matching technology to get you qualified candidates right away. 4.8 million businesses have trusted ZipRecruiter to hire. And get this, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. So quit screwing around. Quit waiting. If you want to score your best candidates, go with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
The black and gold are on a tear in 2026.
And the referee says we're done. LAFC 3, Cruz Azul 0.
Fresh off a statement win over Cruz Azul in the CONCACAF Champions Cup quarterfinals, the black and gold shift back to MLS, where they haven't lost yet. But now, a tough test awaits in Portland. Can LAFC keep the shutout streak alive? Los Angeles Football Club versus Portland Timbers. Pregame gets going tomorrow at 1 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
Feel the vibe, the speed, the adrenaline. The Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach roars back April 17th through 19th. It's a pulsating 200-mile-per-hour beach party. 6 races featuring the sleek MTT Indy cars, IMSA sports cars, and more. Saturday night, rock out with Kings of Chaos. Kids 12 and under free with a ticketed adult. Tickets at gplb.com. The Acura Grand Prix, April 17th through 19th. The Long Beach vibe is back.
Hey, it's John Ireland. Watching a Laker game is so much more than just a game. It's the moments before tip-off, the people you're with, and the food you're sharing. That's why I love BBGO. BBGO is perfect for at-home watch parties or a night of hoops. Their food is bold and packed with flavor, bowls for a quick meal, dumplings and fried rice for everyone at the table. Vibe on a wave of Korean food and culture with BBGO. Look for BBGO at your local grocery store in the Asian and freezer aisles. BBGO for it and bring something different to the table.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by Tax Relief Advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-9087, 800-575-9087. That's 800-575-9087 or simply visit tra.com.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
First show on the radio, and it's all I listen to all day, and every day I can't wait to listen to you guys.
That is so nice. So nice, you man.
Mason and Ireland.
These guys are a whole bunch of fools.
Back to the guys.
Something's got a hold on me lately.
You know, you guys had Cori Close on the other day. Today, right? I was thinking, you know, she's such a good personality. She's such a good, she's so articulate. She should do a podcast. She should do a podcast with someone here at the station. And you know who a perfect partner would be? Whom? Think about it. Who would a perfect partner for a podcast be?
Pepe.
Besides Pepe. Would have the perfect name for it.
Okay, so Mike, it's got to be a play on close.
And what's the opposite of close?
Open.
Close. What's the opposite of close?
Far. DeMarco.
Far and close. Close and far. Wouldn't that be
Ay,
perfect?
Dios
What do you think,
mío.
Pepe? They should have a podcast.
All of this time wasted for that?
It's a mind game, Pepe. It's minds. What gets you to think? See, so Trudell likes it.
Well,
he just won't admit it.
He doesn't.
Everybody has a podcast.
Exactly. She should have one. Her and DeMarco.
I think when Corey's done coaching, which hopefully isn't anytime soon, she could go right into TV.
Oh, yeah. She's got a great personality.
I think she's perfect for it.
Yeah, she can do whatever.
And we're waiting to hear from Rich Eisen. Rich is going back to Bristol this weekend to anchor Sports Center. And for those of you who don't know, Rich is probably one of the top 5 sports anchors of all time who does Sports Center.
Yes.
And so I think for a lot of us who grew up listening, Rich's tag team partner was Stuart Scott, who is, of course, no longer with us. But I think for a lot of us, watching Rich go back to do Sports Center is going to be really cool. He did it right when he came back to ESPN, and he's going back again this weekend to do it. And now, Rich Eisen joins us. Rich, how are you, man?
Hi, gents. How are you?
We are excellent. And, Rich, I'm jealous of you for a lot of reasons. But this one's moving into the top 3. You had Olivia Munn on your show today. So jealous. By the way, have you seen that show, Your Friends and Neighbors?
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It is fantastic. I'm a big fan of the show. And, just like most, cool people in my life that I've gotten a chance to meet or have on my show, my wife met first. As a matter of fact, Olivia was talking about how she was an intern at Fox Sports when Susie, my wife, was an anchor at the Southern California Sports Report.
Yes, a lot of people know Rich's wife, Susie Schuster, who was at what is now Fox Sports West. Back then was, as Rich described it. So Olivia was an intern for Susie back in the day.
Olivia was talking about being an intern on Pico Boulevard for a long time. Yeah. So we started our conversation today, and then, of course, moved on to the TV show, which is awesome. And just, it's pretty cool. I had no idea that she was a top 3 for you.
Yeah, and she's great. And by the way, I'm an Aaron Sorkin disciple, so she was great in the newsroom. Yeah, I mean, she was in New Girl, which I thought was great. I mean, I'm a huge fan.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Well, so Rich, you going back, like I'm going to be completely honest with the audience. Mason and I used to go back to Bristol for at least 2 weeks a year for about 10 years in a row. And I didn't love it, Rich. What I used to say is Bristol's not the end of the earth, but you can see it from there. It's just kind of out in the middle of nowhere. But I would imagine for you going back, number one, it's going to be great for the audience. I think I'm going to watch. I think a lot of people are going to watch. I would imagine you going back is not that now that your life is in California, you've made your family out of here, you're doing your thing. That you going back, I would think, is something you might be looking forward to, but I won't put words in your mouth. What's this like for you?
No, of course. Of course. I've had these anxiety dreams for 23 years that I'm back in Sports Center, but I'm late for it. I don't know where the studio is, so I'm hoping this ends that 2.5 decade of me having the same dream, once every in a while. But I don't know how it's going to be. I'm just looking forward to it. Since I did that Sports Center you were referring to before I came on back in August in downtown LA, across from Crypto. The folks in Bristol were saying, "How about coming here?" I'm going to Memphis tonight to run my 40-yard dash tomorrow on the campus of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
And by the way, Rich, let me interrupt you there. It's my favorite thing that you do. If you've never watched Rich on the NFL Network, he came up with, how many years ago did you come up with this?
That started in 2005, but I've been running it for charity for about 11 years now.
Yeah, it's awesome. And for people who don't know, St. Jude in Memphis is a hospital where really sick kids, in most cases, a lot of kids who have cancer, can go and their families never see a bill. It was started by Danny Thomas, the late actor Marlo Thomas's dad, who made a promise to himself that he was going to make a difference before he left the planet. And St. Jude's serves thousands of kids, and so it's a great charity if you're looking for a charity to get involved with. And Rich, you run a 40-yard dash, and people sponsor you, and you've got a whole charity component built around it. And no matter how old are you now?
I'm 56 years old, and I'm going to run it for a 21st straight year, man. And
good for you,
I just want to get through it in one piece. I just want to get through it in one piece and get to the Sports Center chair without, being in a rascal or something. So
you will.
That's I'm kind of dovetailing my trip to Bristol to being somewhat close to it, because when St. Jude says, "How'd you like to run it on our campus?" the answer is an immediate yes. Even though I've run it the last few years at the Rose Bowl, thanks to the great people out there in Pasadena, the Rose Bowl, and Dean Ambrosino and his incredible staff. And I did it at SoFi one year after moving it out of the Combine for various reasons. But Anyway, the reason why I bring it up is, I'm running it tomorrow and then hopping a flight to Connecticut. And, the Sunday show after, the Masters will have been over. It's coming off of a doubleheader of the NBA and inside the NBA. Talk about, a crazy set of circumstances. If you told me at any point over the last 23 years I'd be doing SportsCenter from Bristol again and having it come off of inside the NBA, and then talk about the NFL draft. Daniel Jeremiah is going to be my guest on Sunday night because the NFL Network is now owned by ESPN. None of this makes sense, but it's all great and appreciated. So it's going to be a wild next 48 hours.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Rich, Mike Trudell in for Mace today, and if you'll allow me here, so in 1996, right, I'm in 8th grade, and I'm in suburban Minnesota. So unlike John Ireland, who's spoiled out here by all the great sportscasters that he gets to listen to, right, we don't have quite as big of a presence there, but then we have SportsCenter, okay, and this is my Bible. This is what's on. You're getting yelled at because it's on during homework. And with you and Stu and, of course, Olbermann and Scott Van Pelt and kind of like the whole crew, and I know you know this because people my age tell you this all the time, but that influence probably must to go into sports more than anything else. Do you have a favorite story or two from kind of like right when you got there, whether it's on the anchor desk, whether it's when you kind of realize that there are all these kids like me that are kind of all of a sudden hooked on this? What's a reflection of that time that you like to share?
Well, I mean, to dovetail a little bit about what John was saying, Bristol is perfectly equidistant between New York City and Boston. So I'll be honest, the first several years of me doing SportsCenter, I really didn't know about how much my on-air, work was being received at all. You're up there, and there's not much going out, not much doing anything. But, I kind of first began to realize the popularity of it when Stuart and I really got teamed up as a pair about a year plus in. And I got to kind of understand what the ESPN, two quick stories on that. One, while I was there, I did a SportsCenter ad with Stuart where we're in a bathroom. Stewart's washing his hands in a Bristol bathroom on campus there. And, I come out of the stall, and then you hear another flush, and a jockey comes out of a stall, and then another flush. A horse walks behind Stewart. And I begged because for 30 seconds, it's a 30-second spot, I begged the director to please let me at least wash my hands when I come out of the stall before leaving, but for the timing purposes, they wanted me to just come out of the stall after a flush and walk out. And I begged them to do that. They're like, we just don't have the time for it. I'm like, how about if the water was running? You know what I mean? Like, we just couldn't. So if you watch the commercial back, you see my hands are in my pockets as I'm walking out to try and at least let somebody know, and then, that I have some sense of hygiene here. I just couldn't get through it. I'm more Oscar Madison than Felix Unger anyway, but I just couldn't get it out of my head. And people were saying, don't read too much into this thing. Just get out of your own head. And sure enough, 3 weeks later, I'm at Yankee Stadium for the World Series for ESPN Radio and SportsCenter. And I walk on the field, and it took me 2 minutes walking on the field. Some fellow New Yorker of mine screamed out, "Hey, Eisen, why don't you wash your hands when you come out of the can?" Somebody did that.
Perfect.
That actually happened. And I'm like, wow, a lot of people are watching. The other one was when I moved out here to L.A. to launch NFL Network in 2003. We were on the air for November of 2003. So now it's February of 2004, the NBA All-Star Games out here. And I'm Susie's +1 at all the events because she was the one working on TNT and the NBA TV. And so I was her +1 at all these events. And some guy comes up to me and says, "Rich, I watch you every day." And I wanted to crowdsource it because NFL Network is only on in like 10 million homes, about 1/10 of the audience I've been fortunate to have while on ESPN. And so I'm like, so what, how are you seeing me? And the guy goes, "What are you talking about? I watch SportsCenter every day." And I'm like, well, hate to tell you, I haven't been on there since last May. I've been gone. I'm no longer there. The dude goes, really? I'm like, yeah. And he goes, are you all right, is what he said to me. I'm like, well, I can fog up a mirror for you standing here. You know what I mean? But that just shows you the popularity of it. And, I appreciate you bringing this up. But anytime I go to a school event, there's like fellow parents who are there in their late 30s, early 40s. And I run into people who either Stuart and I basically put them on a school bus in the morning or kept them from doing their schoolwork at night.
That's right.
It's either one of the two.
Yep.
So I always appreciate that. Never take it for granted.
By the way, Rich, while you were talking, and this is how easy you can do it, I typed "Run, Rich, Run, St. Jude" into a Google search. The link came right up. I just sent you $100
awesome.
for
You're a good man.
for
Thank
your
you.
run.
That's
Well,
so cool.
I love
Thank
that.
you.
I love that hospital. I think that you could not have picked
Thank
a better
you.
charity. That's the one, Trudell. That remember we would
Yeah,
whenever we would
with,
land
with
in
Pau
Memphis.
Gasol, yeah.
Rich, this is a great story. Whenever we'd land in Memphis, no matter what time of day, we could be in a second night of a back-to-back. We could get in after flying all night. There was always the team buses to pick us up and a car that would take Pau Gasol straight to St. Jude every single time. And so he supports it. I know you support it. By the way, according to the NFL Network link, you guys have already raised over $7 million to benefit St. Jude's Children's Research. So you should feel great about that, man. Great,
Thanks,
great
John.
about that.
I
Really
appreciate that. Hopefully, we'll jack that up. Now it's $7,100,000.
There you go. Yeah, happy to do it. Happy to do it. And by the way, before we go, tell Chris Brockman, tell my friend Chris Brockman, he told a story on Rich's show today. Rich's show is on right before ours. Brockman is in the middle of this crazy parlay that he bet. So he bet, and he's a degenerate, Chris, when it comes to gambling, but he's betting like Paul Skeens will have the lead after 5 innings, and he's pairing that with like some Pirates overall runs scored. So he hits both those. He has Rory McIlroy winning the Masters, and that would be the third leg of the parlay. And the fourth leg is Celtics win the East in the NBA. And, Rich, I don't even know if you caught this. He said to you, but if Rory wins the Masters, I'm going to cash out. He's a Celtics fan. He can't cash out on the Celtics. Tell him he's a chicken if he cashes out. You know what I'm saying?
I totally get it, and I love that you paid that close of a detailed ear to it. It means a lot. By the way, I just love being on this station. The number of people that are like listening to me every day because they're listening to this station, which is a station I wanted to be on when I started my show 10 years ago. But obviously, having a relationship with
it
ESPN
takes us a while to get it right, Rich. It just took us a while to get it right.
I mean it. I really mean it, and I do love your guys' show too. So I love that we're back to back like that.
Love it.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, love it. All right, listen. Get some rest. Don't go on a bender in Memphis. Michael and I have been to every bar and restaurant in the Memphis city limits. Stay out of Gus's Fried Chicken. We need you healthy for the big show Sunday.
I will do that. I got all my Memphis spotlights to go to from LeBron, so it's all good.
Beautiful. All right. Hey, good luck this weekend. Thanks for coming on.
You got it.
All right. See you, Rich. That is the great Rich Eisen. Coming up next, Fast Track. Brian's got some stuff. M's got some stuff. We'll tackle it all next. Trudell in for Mace. Michael's here. Pepe's here. Mason in Ireland. ESPN LA.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station. Don't miss the countdown to kickoff. Presented by BMO, official bank of LAFC.
LAFC just keeps on rolling. The black and gold dominate Mexican side Cruz Azul, and the unbeaten run rolls on. Mwanga, Sonny, David Martinez are all on fire. But can LAFC keep it going in Portland this weekend? Join me on Countdown to Kickoff presented by BMO tomorrow at noon on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
BMO presents Countdown to Kickoff, hosted by Mario Ruiz on ESPN LA.
Hey, everybody, you could spend your whole weekend on the couch, or you could be with me at Beach Life May 1st through the 3rd in Redondo. Duran Duran's going to be great. The Chainsmokers, The Offspring. I have never seen James Taylor, so I am psyched. It's all right there on the water, all in one place. Now, picture it. The sun's out, the ocean breeze, live music all day, and nowhere else you need to be. The VIP Beach Life is almost gone, and once the VIP sells out, that's it. So, yeah, it's kind of a no-brainer. Do it now. 3 days at Seaside Lagoon. Don't miss your chance. Get your tickets now at beachlifefestival.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. It's springtime in SoCal, and if you're still on those same old floors, make a power move with Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. Millions of in-stock options. Hardwood, laminate, waterproof vinyl, carpet, even turf. No waiting on spring sales, just true wholesale pricing every single day. Extra savings for first responders, military, and veterans, plus price match. Hit the showroom right off the 5 freeway or check them out at HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No games, no gimmicks, because no spring sale beats wholesale.
Think premium meat has to come with a premium price? Not at Wild Fork Foods. Get Brazilian beef tenderloin for only $10 a pound. Yes, $10 a pound. And Atlantic salmon portions for just $9.98 a pound. That's steakhouse and seafood house quality at home. Everything is blast frozen to lock in flavor and nutrients. Shop one of their 11 locations or order online for same-day delivery. Find your local SoCal store at wildforkfoods.com. Wild Fork Foods. Quality meat, wild prices.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
And it is 2 p.m. in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason in Ireland.
All right, it is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
The return of Fast Track, driven by our friends at Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
Down low is 350 cube, 3 1/4 horsepower, 4-speed, 410 gears, 10 coats of competition orange, hand rubbed lacquer with a blue plain manifold, open race cams.
Fast Track on Mason in Ireland.
Time for Fast Track. Take it away, Mace.
All right, no Mace today. Mike Trudell in for him. Time for Fast Track. Zoom, Em. What do you got?
We've had such a busy week that we haven't gotten a chance to talk about this story that's been dominating some parts of sports media. So, to catch everyone up on the story, if you haven't seen it, Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel were seen at a resort in Phoenix. It is a luxury, adults-only resort. And there are photos that were taken that were put out there by the New York Post. They were apparently shopped around to TMZ and other places. But the photos are of her and Vrabel in the pool, lounging around, them at breakfast, them on this rooftops that can only be accessed if you have access to the room, which is $2,000+, and the beautiful view of Sedona. Thing is, and they're interlocking fingers, they're hugging, they're embracing. Thing is, they are both married and they both have children, and obviously Diana covers the NFL for The Athletic, and Mike Vrabel is the head coach of the Patriots. So whether or not if they have a relationship that's more than just coach and reporter, it is not the best look at all. It's sloppy to say the least, even if there is friends at this resort with them. So will you think of Diana the same way after this?
It's a good question, and it's a very interesting story. I don't care who anybody sleeps with. I think it's completely up to you how you want to conduct that part of your life. But, Mike, the access that Diana has, and it's fair to ask the question, is she getting information and stories in a sordid way, could affect her moving forward. What do you think?
Before you answer that, always preface that with saying you don't care which two consenting adults sleep with.
Good point. Yeah. Fair enough. But
sure.
Yeah. So I'm not concerned with the sordid aspect of this, but if she is doing things to get access to do, to write stories and to get information in a sordid way, it could affect her career moving forward.
Yeah, I think I can acknowledge both of those points, and you could take this to any level of reporting, whether sports or not. Like
Right.
if somebody essentially finds out who your source is, or at least can kind of put those two things together, then obviously it's going to call into question some level of credibility. But like we also assume that all reporters have sources, and as long as you're doing your job and checking those sources and the information is accurate, right, then you haven't committed any sin of journalism.
And we should say, I think you mentioned it briefly, but they both have flat out made statements saying, look, these pictures are misleading. We were in a big group of people.
Which I find hard to believe. I don't see anybody else in these
It reminds me
photos.
of going to the dock in the Bahamas. Something smells fishy.
And to me,
I think that she might lose credibility, man.
Well, but the question is, will she lose her job? The Athletic, for now, is standing behind her, and she's working at ESPN. She's been in the show.
So was Vrabel.
Yeah, but Vrabel's not going to lose his job.
Yeah,
over this.
Vrabel's
He went to the
Oh,
Super
no.
Bowl.
But do you agree with John's initial point of sort of like no one ever knows what's going on in someone else's marriage,
Right.
someone else's relationship, and right, you kind of you don't want to butt into that part of it, do
But
you?
No, but I will say this: that
Not up to
normally when people start to go down these roads, it ends badly. I'll give you an example. Those two at the Coldplay concert, who now say they were not sleeping together. Nobody knows if they're being honest, but that they were both separated from their marriages, but they got caught. Both of them were fired. Amy Robach and T.J. Holmes were two anchors on Good Morning America, married to other people. They hooked up, had an affair. ABC fired them. I thought it was weird because they didn't really break any laws or rules. They didn't commit a crime, but ABC fired them anyway. That's what has me worried. If I was Diana's family or if I was her agent, I'd be worried that this might not go away.
So maybe
I want to add one more thing, because as women in sports journalism, it's already hard enough as it is. And Diana was at a senior NFL insider for The Athletic, which is owned by the New York Times. It's as big as you can get as a sports insider.
And she's
especially
good
as
at
a
her
woman.
job.
She's very good at her. I mean, yes, she's very good at her job. But this instance, if it is innocent or not, it's harder for more women to come to the space because people will assume you're getting your sources because of XYZ, because you're closeness, because you're sleeping with a coach.
Are you sleeping your way to the top?
And that is, it's just terrible for women in sports in general that she did this. Whether or not it is innocent, it's you put yourself in a bad situation.
and I agree with you. Shouldn't be. You have to use your common sense.
All right, Brian, what do you got?
Fast track. All right, well, the Chicago Cubs AAA affiliate, the Knoxville Smokies, had a promo this week that I would have definitely, been interested in. They had a free beer night. And so here was the caveat was the first pitch until the opposing team scores a first run or until the seventh inning when alcohol sales kind of cuts off. So first pitch, the free beer night promo only lasted 5 minutes. When the third batter of the game, they scored a run within 5 minutes against the Angels' actual minor league team. My whole question is here. So free beer night, that would have gotten me in the door. How would you have felt if, you're in the door, you go to this game, and then 5 minutes later, the promo's over?
Well, there are always, like one of the reads I'm doing right now is for a scholarship that National University is offering. And one of the lines I have to say is terms and conditions apply.
Well, can't you get a beer before the game starts?
The promo started first pitch.
First pitch.
Yeah. So
And was over by the third batter?
Third batter,
Well, just get a beer on the first at bat. That way you get a free beer.
But I think everybody was trying to do that.
Oh,
So
yeah.
what if
In
you're in
line?
line
Yeah,
and the
right.
third
line.
batter goes,
Yeah.
and then it's kind of a bait and switch? I see what your question is. Yeah, free beer nights are risky because there's liability issues. I'm guessing they couldn't get it insured. Free beer night or 10-cent beer night. Mason used to work in minor league baseball. They did 10-cent beer night. Almost always end badly because you can't control everybody's alcohol intake. That's why a lot of arenas, a lot of places stop selling booze at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, I think
When
they
do they
all do
stop
now.
in baseball?
Seventh
Seventh
inning.
inning?
End of the
Seventh
seventh
inning.
inning. Yeah. And you could theoretically, and Brian, I think this is why they had that third batter rule. If I go to a free beer night and I get stumbling drunk and get in my car and drive home and kill somebody, the person that I killed's family is going to sue me, but they're also going to sue the baseball team.
Yeah.
So that's why those terms and conditions apply. All right, we'll be back with more Fast Track right after this. ESPN LA. Toyota You know, the Lakers and Toyota have been in business together for 50 years. They started in 1976. That's even before Michael Thompson played for the Lakers. And as part of that, Toyota's Perfect Timing Sales Event is going on right now. Never been a better time for you to get into a Toyota. You can get the cars, the trucks, the SUVs are all on sale. Maybe you want the all-hybrid Camry. Maybe you want the new electric Toyota BZ. Both super efficient. As a matter of fact, just try this. You don't have to take this from me. Google longest lasting car on the road. You'll see that Toyota has 7 of the top 10 and all 5 of the top 5. Camry at the very top. And when you choose Toyota, you get Toyota Care. No cost maintenance for 2 years or 25,000 miles. It's all part of 50 years of teamwork, innovation, and going places together. We make it easy. Toyota. Let's go places.
It is Fast Track on Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles, driven by Cerritos Auto Square.
And it is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
More Fast Track next.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive.
If you don't know, DeAndre finished last place in the Mason Ireland bracket, and that means that you will have to complete the last place challenge, which is the Ride the D crop top. The Metro Ride the D t-shirts they made, and you're going to have to wear it.
Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
That's not a problem at all with me.
What? Of all the people that could have lost, you're the least interesting one to me because you're the fittest person here.
I'm only wearing it in studio.
No, we going to take some pictures,
picture's
too.
going everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to watch you walk out your front door, walk to your car,
Absolutely.
Get in the car, get out, walk through the parking lot, come up the elevator
will not
here.
Be the only place you're seeing
like the
with
whole
that thing. Travis, let's run a billboard.
Yeah. Well, if nothing else, we should take them out to dinner that night or something.
Absolutely.
We have to wear it the rest of the way.
Grease you up.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and live on YouTube.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-345-2789. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-345-2789. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-345-2789. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-345-2789 or biglou.com.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite award show, and so much more beyond the playing field. Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Hey, it's John Ireland. Watching a Laker game is so much more than just a game. It's the moments before tip-off, the people you're with, and the food you're sharing. That's why I love BBGO. BBGO is perfect for at-home watch parties or a night of hoops. Their food is bold and packed with flavor, bowls for a quick meal, dumplings and fried rice for everyone at the table. Vibe on a wave of Korean food and culture with BBGO. Look for BBGO at your local grocery store in the Asian and freezer aisles. BB, go for it and bring something different to the table.
Empower. Pete's back on the links with all new golf clubs and hopefully less swearing.
Dang, sliced it.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money so he can be a little bad.
Heads up!
Oof. Talent sold separately.
Guy said these were slice proof.
At least he has money for lessons. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Fast Track. And it is Fast Track on 710 ESPN. Mason and Ireland on the all-new ESPN LA app, 7:10 a.m. and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. Fast Track now back in the 2 p.m. hour on Mason and Ireland, driven by Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com. Once again, back to Fast Track and back to Mason and Ireland on 710.
Zoom, Em.
So there's a video of two Pacers fans that is going viral. So it is two fans. They're seeing the Pacers versus the Nets, and it's in Brooklyn. And so they're chatting, and the guy seems to be just talking at her. He's pointing out.
He's mansplaining?
He's pointing. He's gesticulating. He's tossing with his hair. She's looking like to the side and like a little off, and then she prepares to be like, wait, what? And then she goes, what the F are you talking about? And he goes basically like, you know what? I probably was saying too much. So my question about this video, you guys have all seen it. Mm-hmm. Are they a new couple or are they married?
No, they've been together for a while. They're wearing matching Pacers outfits. She's very comfortable, Michael, letting him have it.
Yeah, but the F word.
I think they're either married or engaged. What do you think?
Yeah, they have a good relationship.
Trudell, married, engaged, brand new couple.
I think they've been together for a little while, at least, right? Like, because you're not, if that's a first date or even a 10th date, you're still kind of in that stage where you're not probably going to directly confront like that.
They're definitely married. The lady is just waiting, and then like, did you finish?
Yeah, man, what do you think?
I think they're at least dating for a long time or married because she waits, for the right time to go, you know what? You're talking out of your you know what.
Yeah, and she lets him have it. If you like my wife has a saying, if you're on a first date or in your case early in a relationship, as you asked, you don't let the crazy out. You don't let the crazy out until 5 or 6 dates in. Brian, what do you got?
Fast Track.
Well, if you're going to the Dodger game tonight, Dodgers Rangers here at Dodger
Yeah, they're
Stadium.
back at home for 6 games.
There's already a huge line out there. ABC7 put out this picture for the first Ohtani bobblehead of the year, and there's going to be 3, and they announced the other dates today as well for the other
Now,
Ohtani
tonight,
bobbleheads.
are they going to have enough for everybody or no?
So that's the thing here. At first, they said, yes, every fan will have one. Now, some of the tweets have said the first 54,000. And the last time, I kind of looked up the last time they did an Ohtani bobblehead, I think it was like 53,000. So it seems like that they will have one for everybody. But still, people have already been lining up, I think they said, till 10 o'clock. When will this hype die down around these bobbleheads, or will they never?
I don't think ever. And for whatever reason, people go crazy over bobbleheads. I don't.
They go crazy about anything.
Matter of fact, Pepe, I would stay away from a game if it was bobblehead night because I don't want to deal with the crowd.
And not only that, there are people that are just waiting for a second for you to be distracted to take the bobblehead away from you.
Yeah, or if you get up to go to the bathroom, they'll come take it out from underneath your chair.
Yeah.
But I remember one time Mason calls me and he goes, hey, you know John Carpino, right? President of the Angels? I go, yeah, great guy. And he goes, can you call him? Lindsay really wants a bobblehead they're giving away. I go, I'm not calling the president of the Angels to ask for a bobblehead. Yeah. No, this is really important. I go, tell her to go online. I mean, I don't understand. Do you understand, Michael, why people go crazy over these things?
No, I don't get it either.
Yeah, I've never understood.
What do you do with the bobbleheads that you have that the Lakers gave you?
I give them to Jack, and he used to put them in his room, and now I think they're in a storage box someplace.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Now, if somebody gave me a bobblehead, I'd give them to Trudell, but Trudell needs 3 because he has 3 boys.
Yeah.
What happens if there's only one? Will they share, or are they not good at that yet?
Shoot for it. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
I give it
All
to
right,
my
that's
son.
that's Fast Track. Michael, you have a quick game you wanted to play.
The Artemis 2 mission returns at 5 o'clock today.
I have one question.
Sure, go ahead.
And you're the science expert.
Yes.
How do they... This is a stupid question. How do they know it's going to hit the water?
How do they know it's going to hit
because
the water?
if it's so close to San Diego or
Right.
whatever, like the ocean, how do they know it's going to hit the water and not hit the land?
Guidance system, my dear. Guidance systems. This is how smart these people are. These people are
But
brilliant.
could they
scientists.
like drop it on a big?
No,
Could they
not
hit a
this one.
helicopter pad?
No, because this one's coming down with parachute, so it'll
Well, then I think your
impact you
question
hard.
is a good one. How about the wind blows and
No.
the thing gets up in the middle of
They know what they're
Petco
doing.
Park?
It's 60 miles off.
All right. I'm hoping they're a safe return. Sorry to derail. Go ahead.
60 miles of what?
Well, here we go. Let's see if you can answer these. How fast will the capsule be going when it hits the atmosphere? 15, 20, or 25,000 miles an hour?
Give me the fastest one. 25.
20.
What do you think, Trudell?
15.
15.
25,000 miles an hour. How hot will it be on the capsule's heat shield? 5, 6, or 7,000 degrees?
5.
7,000.
Trudell.
I mean, if they're all.
Don't hem and haw. We got 10 of these.
Well, no, it's just
5,
I'm saying
6, or
it's
7.
arbitrary. Like, why guessing 5, 6, or 7?
Have you heard the
Yeah,
show?
that's what I'm saying. Like, why don't you pick something so we can use reasoning to get to it?
Just
You know what I
pick a
mean?
number,
All right,
Trudell.
seven.
Come on.
You're DQ'd from this.
Yeah,
game.
I'm out.
You've been
He's-
eliminated.
Come up with a game
He's
that
not
we can learn
interested.
something from.
5.
7.
5,000 miles per
Boom,
hour.
I'm 2 for 2. Let's
5,000
go.
degrees. To hit their splashdown spot in the Pacific, they will enter the atmosphere over which country? India, Australia, or Japan?
I'll go India. Pepe.
Japan.
M.
Japan.
Brian.
Japan.
India.
Boom, 3 for 3.
Artemis 2 was the rocket they used to blast off 10 days ago. What is the name of the capsule the astronauts are now in? Orion, Libra, or Hydra?
Libra.
I'll go Hydra.
Orion.
You're
Orion. I'm also going Orion.
Well, that's a question. It's a real question, not
All
just
right, what's
guess
the
a
answer,
number.
Mike?
It is Orion. Orion is what in astronomy? A galaxy, a planet, or a constellation?
Galaxy.
Yeah, Galaxy.
I'll go Constellation.
Constellation.
It is constellation. The Orion constellation is the what? The Hunter, the Sea Serpent, or the Dragon?
Hunter.
Sea Serpent.
Hunter.
Hunter.
It is the Hunter. Emily knows her stuff. The Orion will splash down off of where? San Diego, Santa Barbara, or Santa Cruz?
San Diego.
San Diego.
San
Easy,
Diego.
Emily. You're paying attention to this.
You
Orion,
just told us a minute ago.
Orion will hit the water at what speed? 20, 40, or 60 miles an hour?
60.
20.
20.
60.
20 miles an hour. During re-entry, while engulfed in a fireball, they will be out of contact for how long? 6, 16, or 60 minutes?
6.
6.
16.
60.
6 minutes. And lastly, at what altitude will Orion be at when it hits the Earth's atmosphere? 2, 3, or 400,000 feet?
200,000.
300.
400.
300.
400,000 feet. You guys know your stuff.
All right, and that's today or tomorrow?
That's today, 5 o'clock today. This is flashing down right off of San
When was
Diego.
the last time you guys watched Apollo 13?
The last time?
Been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Why?
I watched it a couple weeks ago. It was playing at the Academy Museum in a special screening, and in it, the big climactic part is the end of the movie where they're in that moment of silence where they are going to lose the radio connection,
right.
and you don't know if they're going to make it or not, and they make it, and so that's what I'm thinking about today.
Yeah.
It's today, right?
You're right. Yep.
Yeah.
You know they got to skip off the atmosphere to slow down. They got to hit the atmosphere and skip. These people are just amazing friggin' geniuses.
Yeah, really, brave people too, because you go out there knowing how many people have not made it back.
Yeah. That's why I don't understand why they want to go to the moon. I don't get it and live there. Who wants to go live on the moon with no Starbucks?
We got Marty McSorley coming up, but I want to try something on the three of you that came up, and Brian brought it up on yesterday's show. Pepe, what ice cream do you like better, chocolate or vanilla?
Vanilla.
Michael?
Vanilla.
Trudell?
Vanilla.
Okay. All three of you could play quarterback at the University of Oregon.
Why?
Because you are all decisive. Now, to me, this sounds like too much emphasis to put on ice cream. But Brian found this guy yesterday. This is the quarterback coach at Oregon. Listen to what he says and why he asks every recruit that question.
Like, I ask him a question like this all the time. Hey, do you like chocolate ice cream or vanilla ice cream? Okay, the minute a kid pauses, I don't really want that kid, right? Because you need to have some type of conviction, right, wrong, or indifferent. Okay, so whether you like chocolate or you like vanilla, I don't really care. But if you sit there and say, coach, I don't know. Is it melted? Is it not? What's the brand? So on and so forth. Like, what is this kid going to do on third down in front of 110,000? He's probably going to think about it more than he should. He's not going to have conviction.
Isn't that interesting that he would dismiss a recruit if he walks in and he goes, hey, Michael, we'd love to have you at Oregon. Just random question. What do you like better, chocolate or vanilla?
Suppose I said rum raisin.
You're out. Yeah, he wants somebody with conviction that follows directions.
Well, suppose I say I don't like either one. Then
You're
what?
out.
And what if you
he's
say,
okay saying a different flavor because then
You know what?
he has a conviction. He's like not chocolate vanilla, but I like this.
what if you say swirl? You know,
Swirl. Yeah, which they have at crypto.
As long
You
as
can
you
get
say
half
it
chocolate,
quickly
half
and don't
vanilla.
think, chocolate, vanilla, swirl. You just got to say
there you
swirl.
go. All right, Marty McSorley expected to join us next, and Game of Games coming up. It is Potpourri of Lies today. The first if Trudell had a problem with your game, how's he going to be with Potpourri of Lies?
You want to excuse yourself right now?
We need to prepare you for this.
It's like just when you have three numbers next to each other
multiple
and
choice.
you just guess one in the middle. What's the difference between the three?
No.
Either
you
why
know,
is that entertaining?
either you know it or you don't.
What? You just pick a number between three?
Yes,
No. If it's an actor or an actress and you give three options and you can think, oh, that actor was that. Like you're actually having to use your brain. You're just literally guessing.
The number questions you don't like.
Yeah, you don't like numbers.
I don't know. I haven't. That's what we'll see. But I didn't like Michael's number questions because it seemed arbitrary.
Marty
I want there to be
McSorley
skill
next,
behind
ESPN.
the game.
Kings fans, what a win!
They score! Tipped on the way through by Adrian Kempe. His second of the game makes it 3-1 LA.
The final regular season game at home. Kings and Oilers at Crypto, 1 o'clock on Saturday. That's right, the Oilers, Connor McDavid. Kings and Oilers, Saturday, 1 o'clock. Check us out, and after the game, call Sam Boney and get on and talk all about it. Kings and Oilers, 1 o'clock on Saturday, ESPN LA, your home for Kings hockey.
Hey, sports fans, if you haven't hit up Lazy Dog Restaurant yet, you're missing out. I'm talking made-from-scratch meals, ice-cold beers, handcrafted drinks, and their new Cowboy Ribeye Burger is perfect fuel for game day. Happy hour and late-night deals start at just $3. Staying in? Order online and get free delivery on orders over $25. And hey, use code ESPNLA for 10% off your online order. Locations all across Southern California and beyond. Visit LazyDogRestaurants.com to find a location near you.
It's Chris Morales for VisionWorks. And let's be honest, how many of us wasted our tax refunds on really dumb things in the past? This year, don't do it. Do what thousands of people at OC and LA are doing and invest wisely in your vision. VisionWorks accepts most vision insurance plans, and their professional staff will help everyone maximize their insurance benefits. And if you don't have insurance, don't worry. The experts at VisionWorks will find options that work within your price range. See the world clearly. It really is life-changing. Better vision, better value. VisionWorks just makes sense.
Welcome to Pacific Palms Resort, a full-service destination in the San Gabriel Valley. Stay in spacious, first-class accommodations with stunning views and savor an unforgettable meal at Red Restaurant and Bar, the hottest dining experience in the San Gabriel Valley, featuring culinary delights designed to excite even the most refined palate. Tee off on one of our 2 PGA-designed golf courses, a favorite among seasoned golfers, then relax at our Oasis Pool or indulge in a rejuvenating spa treatment. Discover luxury hospitality at its finest at Pacific Palms Resort.
Los Angeles, if you missed out on any action this past season, don't make the same mistake. Secure your spot in the Rams house for 2026. Watch every home game next year with big-time matchups against the Bills, Chiefs, Cowboys, and Packers. In addition, enjoy home playoff ticket access, interest-free monthly payment plans, and stadium event pre-sale access. Visit therams.com/2026. Again, that is therams.com/2026. Don't miss out on any of next season's action. Get your Rams season tickets today.
Evan Cohen here. Did you know the average employer sorts through about 250 resumes for one job opening? That's a lot of time reviewing applications. Well, if you're hiring, here's good news. You can now review resumes and applications faster thanks to ZipRecruiter. With ZipRecruiter's new feature, qualified candidates who are very interested in your job show up at the top of your list. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site based on G2. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
You've said it before. This will only take a second. Just a quick glance. A fast reply. But on the road, seconds don't wait for you. They decide everything. Who stops, who doesn't, who makes it home. So next time your phone lights up, ask yourself, is this distraction worth a ticket or even a life? Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
And it is Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Like, that's the problem in the world, is there aren't enough happy shows.
fun shows.
Mason and Ireland.
710 ESPN.
All right, Mason and Ireland, we're going to try and track down Marty McSorley here in a couple of minutes to talk about the Kings. The Kings are actually looking good to make the playoffs. They won again last night. That puts them in a playoff spot with 4 games to go. Their magic number is 6. 91 points guarantees them a spot. And joining us now is the great Marty McSorley. Marty, thank you for doing this. How you been?
I'm good. I'm really good, thanks.
So, Marty, I know Luke has filled you in a little bit, but let me let you know about the weasels I work with around here. So,
well, first of all, I was going to come in yesterday.
Right.
And then I heard that somebody got the chicken flu.
Yep. Chris Morales ripped you, and he said, and Luke said, hey, you better shut up about Marty because one day he's going to come in here and you're going to have to deal with him face to face. And Chris said, no problem. And so then all of a sudden you agree to come in, which was going to be yesterday. Chris all of a sudden gets, I got to go. And he's nowhere to be found. This is a guy that's here every day, Marty, for like 12 hours a day. And I'm wondering, when you played hockey, were there guys like this that were all talk, that the minute you got a little rough with them, that shut them up? Or do hockey players all have the guts to back it up?
No, there was guys you had to pleasantly remind them. I would have guys chirping from the bench, and I didn't say a whole lot. When I did, I like to think that I meant it. I'd look over at them, and I'd say, really? And then other guys on their team would tell them to shut up. And I would just say to them, you decide how you want me to play.
Interesting.
And it was, especially, there was fourth line guys that felt that was their role. But what I would do, like one night, I went and leaned on the bench and looked at Joe Sakic and said, Joe, I hate doing it, but I'm going to break your neck. unless that fourth line guy comes out and fights me, Joe, I apologize for what I'm going to do to you. And Joe's looking at the coach. The coach is looking at me, and and I'm like, no, I'm serious. Well, the next time I come out and look, and here's this fourth line guy comes off the end of the bench. Didn't think that it was going to turn out that way.
Marty, if you got in like roughly, it's probably more than this, but let's say you got in 100 fights in your career. How many of them did you get surprised? Like you thought, oh, this guy can fight like I can? Because most of the fights I saw you in, you ended it on your terms. Did you ever get in a fight and you went, oh, God, this guy can fight like me?
No, it's really kind of strange because I really like to talk to Wendell Clark and different guys. And, I got to know Bob Probert a little bit before he passed. And you don't let anything bother you. And you kind of, you're so into the game. And when something happens, you go there, but right away who it's in their heart. It's really who they are. That, it's like those, Navy SEALs or so many of our emergency, they run to trouble. Yep. And they look, they don't think anything of it. They just run to it. And there's guys that I'd get into a fight with and you'd hit them really hard and they almost smile and step up on the inside.
And then, game on.
Yeah, that's when this is going to be a real good one.
Yeah.
Other times there's guys that would chirp and say stuff and they come out, they try to throw 3 or 4 quick ones. And then you would get one in and they want to go down on the ice and I'm spending more time holding them up.
Right.
So that they don't go down so the fight ends. right? Yeah.
Just Mike Trudell here filling in. Go ahead, Marty.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was saying
as I played through the course of my career, there was the veterans on the bench basically would tell guys, just leave him alone, just stay away, or if you hit Gretzky, he's gonna hurt one of us. And so it's a really bad idea. A funny story one night, and the kid, this guy come up and told me he's an agent now, and he said I was a rookie with the Rangers, and you were playing in L.A. with Gretz and a bunch, and Luke and everybody, and he said I came in and I finished my check on you, and you were trying to complete a pass, and you stumbled and went down on your knee, and he said the whistle blew, and Gretzky come over to me and goes, get off the ice. Just get off the ice. Do yourself a favor. Get off the ice right now. And he said, he looked at Gretz and was like, what are you talking about? Gretz is like, I'm doing you a favor. Just get off the ice. So And he laughed and told me about it later, and it just you kind of smile when you think back at those memories,
Yeah, for sure. Two quick ones on this topic, and then I want to move over to the Kings. Just when guys are fighting, and sometimes I'll just flip a game on, shouldn't both either have to keep helmets on or take them off, or keep gloves on or take them off? So I'll see you guys swinging, and the other guy still has his helmet on, right? It doesn't. And then how does the hand that whole thing always throws me for a loop? What are the etiquette of fighting in equipment?
Well, I think one of those silent rules that they put in to get rid of fighting was everybody wearing a visor. But if I was to fight somebody, what I would do is grab the back of their helmet and pull the helmet right off.
Right.
And
then it's a fair fight.
I'm not going to punch the visor or the helmet. That's what I would do. And so if the other guy doesn't have a helmet on, it's because I took it off him.
Makes sense.
And so if both guys have a helmet on, I think that guys were being respectful and taking their helmets off, and I think the league cracked down on that. So now guys will pull off other guys' helmets, and just so they don't have the visor on.
And can you believe that Michael Thompson, all of the elbows that he took from big men back in the 80s, Michael never punched any of these guys back?
You never threw a punch in an NBA game?
You just let them toss you around like that, Michael?
No, Marty, because I was facing real men, 6'9", 260 pounds, not little 5'10", 140-pound hockey players.
Come on.
Really?
That's right, Marty. we're a land of heavyweights, not middleweights.
Michael, you got to go back and ask Nick Van Exel and those guys. The one day I had a fight, and what I used to do if I was cheating down by the crease of the other team's end and trying to score a goal, and the puck pops loose, if there's a 2-on-1 or a 3-on-1 going back to our zone, I would grab one of their guys and shake them really hard. And this one young defense, and so I was hoping just for the whistle to blow and it killed the 2-on-1 and the 3-on-1, the odd chance against us. Well, I grabbed this young defenseman. We were in Minnesota one night, and I shook him. The referee blew the whistle, and he plowed me right in the kisser and broke off my tooth. Well, the next morning, I'm down in the Kings locker room, and I have to play that night. So I go into the training room and grabbed a pair of pliers. And I'm standing in the locker room. Well, the Lakers are meeting in their locker room because we had the adjoining, as you know, Michael, bathrooms and showers and workout area. And the players kept coming in, and I didn't know that they kept coming in because they're telling each other because I pulled the root of the tooth out with a pair of pliers so I could play that night. And years later, I walked in the locker room to say hi to the Lakers trainers, and Shaq was getting taped for the game. It was up in San Jose when they played in San Jose for a year. And Nick Van Exel and Eldon Campbell were like, that's the guy that pulled his own tooth out.
Yeah, you guys are tough. I wouldn't mess with no hockey players.
Trust me, I used to watch Robert Parrish, and you see the guys inside on the paint and how hard it was for you to go through there. There's a lot of respect across the lines of all the sports.
No, I kid you, Marty. Basketball players can't fight. You guys know how to fight. Basketball players cannot fight.
Yeah.
Well, there's an expectation there within hockey, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, Marty, I wanted to, before we let you go here, I wanted to talk about the Kings. It looks like they're going to get into the playoffs, and we all work for the Lakers, so if we get in and we don't have our best people, or if we're like a 7 or 8 seed, we're not going very far. But hockey's not like that, right? You can get a hot goalie, and you can. I think the Kings, one of the years they won the Cup, didn't they do it from the 8 seed? So if they get in, they could get hot, right? Hockey's a little different than basketball.
In matchups, as Michael would know, and everybody, that the matchups sometimes, some teams you just match up a lot better. I do want to say one thing.
Yeah.
Anze Kopitar. If anybody has a chance to go watch him play, this is his last year. Go and watch him play. This would be like a Kareem or Magic. I really put him there because from a Kings, what he's able to accomplish for the Kings and how great a player and great a leader and. All those years they won, he was the cornerstone of that locker room. He was the guy that they looked to, and he was the guy that stirred the drink. So if to go to a playoff game or any the game tomorrow afternoon, go watch Kopi. It's his last year. Years from now, you'll say, I caught his last game at the Crypto, or I watched him in his last playoff series, because he's been that great a player and he earns that. As a Magic and a Kareem and
right.
Gretzky and all these guys. So
Marty,
I wanted to say that.
Yeah, you'd be proud of me. I got Luke to admit. Luke comes on with us every week. And I got Luke to admit that he's no longer the greatest LA King of all time. And he even admits it. He says it's Kobe. He said that, the 2 Stanley Cups and the all-time leading scorer, he just passed Marcel Dion. And that what you just said is 100% right. The Kings only have a handful of games here. And if you've got a chance, especially when the playoffs start, to see Andrei Kopitar play in person, you'll be talking about it when you're old. I mean, he's that kind of guy.
I absolutely guarantee there'll be people reaching out, through the course of the summer about wanting Kopi to play.
Marty,
he still plays at a really high level.
Go ahead.
Marty, who's the Shohei Ohtani of the NHL? The best player.
Well, Connor McDavid.
Yeah, and by the way, Marty, if we get Edmonton again,
Kings are going to see him tomorrow.
Yeah, I know, but there's a scenario which they could end up playing us in the playoffs. No. I'm going to throw up. I'm so sick of those guys, Marty. That what if they knocked us out 4 years in a row? I know you played on both teams, but come on. Right. I mean, let us play somebody else, anybody else than the Oilers.
I don't think that matchup is one that it looks like it's shaping up right now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that the Oilers are as good as they were last year or the year before. But, Connor, anytime you get a chance to play against arguably the best player in the game, boy, that's awesome. I love that. I look forward to that. I remember a young kid saying to me, oh, gosh, Mario Lemieux, I hope he's not playing tonight. And I said, no, this is the best league in the world. We want him to play. That's why we do this. And to me, Connor McDavid is like watching Usain Bolt run.
Yeah,
you just kind of go,
he's unbelievable.
How, why, but he's a really great kid. That we're really lucky in hockey that so many of these young guys, like the Sidney Crosbys, the Connor McDavid, even the kid Celebrini in San Jose, the great young players. And you look at Kopi and so many of the stars for the Kings. We're really fortunate about the quality of the young men that are playing the game.
Marty, thank you so much for doing this. It's great to hear from you. Hopefully we'll get you and Morales in the same studio and he can face the music. But in the meantime, thank you for the visit.
Should I send over some dude wipes for him?
Yes, exactly. They would be put to good use. Hey, great catching up with you, man. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
There's Marty McSorley. And coming up next, potpourri of lies. First, let me tell you about LifeSource Whole House Water Systems. I got this in my house, and it cleans and conditions water from every tap. So you're getting healthier water throughout your entire home. And the best part, it's easy. No salt, no regular maintenance, no more harsh, skin-irritating city water. So upgrade your water and your life with LifeSource. I did, and I'll never go back. For the month of April, make sure you ask for the ESPN LA special. You'll get $500 off, free installation for new customers, but you have to ask for it by name. Call 800-WATER-99 or visit LifeSourceWater.com. LifeSource Water, it's not better, it's essential. Offer ends April 30th. Warranty limitations apply. Coming up next, potpourri of lies on the ESPN LA, Mason and Ireland. I almost said Lakers Radio Network. I'm getting ready for my other job. Mason and Ireland, ESPN LA.
It's DeMarco Farr and Travis Rogers for your afternoon drive.
Travis, hand me those red ones. I'd be. Thank you.
Why don't you just buy headphones?
Why don't you shut up?
Well, no, you're doing.
Why don't you shut up and leave me alone? Start with me.
Of the Power
Six. You didn't even say hello yet.
Of the Power Six hosts, which are the 6 hosts with their own show here, all 6 of them have their own headphones. At this level, you would think that...
So what's your point?
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive. Weekdays starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN.
Time to sell your house? Call Sellers Advantage at 888-450-AS-IS. They will buy your home with a competitive cash offer. No need for repairs. So you can close in days. 888-450-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Sellers Advantage.
Realty DRE number 019-15-21-2.
When it's game time, there's no room for hesitation, and you better believe GM John Good will make you a great deal at George Chevrolet. Whether you're rolling in a power-packed Silverado, loading up the family in a spacious Chevy Traverse, or going all-electric, John Good has the great deal you want at George Chevrolet. Amazing pricing, zero pressure, and the next-level Chevy vehicles you want are at George Chevrolet, conveniently located off the 91 at Lakewood in Bellflower. Or shop at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Talk about stepping up. Bang! Bang! It's
time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. 100% online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. Ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
And it is time on Mason and Ireland for the final segment. The final segment of the show, always Game of Games time, presented by the one and only Jacob Emrani.
Call Jacob.
Call Jacob.com. And yes, that new telephone number, 800-345-6789. 800-345-6789.
Hi, this is Jacob Emrani.
Game of Games made possible by the law offices of Jacob Emrani. Let's do it. Game of Games time on Mason and Ireland. Take it away, Mace.
All right, no Mace today. Mike Trudell in for him, but the host of Game of Games today is Pepe Montilla, and he has handed me, Mike, a sealed envelope. On the envelope, it says Potpourri for April 10th. Very difficult. And always remember, no matter where you go, there you are. Is that W.C. Fields or somebody else? You don't know? All right, it says good luck, everybody, which is nice.
Okay.
While you're opening that, I will tell everybody that we have 5 players. Emily Hebel, Brian Cohen, Michael Thompson, Mike Trudell, his first ever potpourri.
And playing in the protest, he hates multiple choice.
Yes.
No.
We may lose Trudell halfway through this game.
I'll stop whining.
He's going to opt out.
Okay, Pepe, how many questions today?
12, as
All right,
usual.
12 questions. Fire when ready.
Mike Trudell, I have to give you a warning.
Okay.
You're not supposed to complain. If you complain, you
He
lose
has
a
the
point.
ability to take a point away from you.
Oh, I've heard that when you and Michael's the one that complains the most, right?
No. Yeah, you don't want to
And
complain.
you've never taken away any points from him.
Because I've been nice.
So
Okay,
it's
you
an
guys going to start complaining, I'm going to take away the points,
So it's
okay?
an empty threat.
I don't know.
Okay, first question. What is the capital of Mississippi? Jefferson, Jackson, or Greenville?
Brian.
Jackson.
M.
Jackson.
I'll go Jackson. Trudell.
It's Jackson.
Michael.
Jackson.
Okay.
All right,
Good.
everybody.
Jackson.
Okay, so no lucky loser today. All right, everybody's got one.
Number 2. Who wrote the book Under the Volcano? Julian Green, Malcolm Lowry, or Tom Leonard?
M.
Lori.
I'll go the last one. Tom Leonard. Trudell.
Tom Leonard.
Michael.
Trudell reads, so I'll go with Leonard.
Brian.
Leonard.
Lowry.
I read too, guys.
Emily's got the lead.
Number 3. Who wrote the song Crossroad Blues? Robert Johnson, Eric Clapton, or Jack Bruce?
This one's me. I'll go Eric Clapton. Trudell.
Clapton.
Michael.
Sounds like a clappy.
Brian.
Clapton.
Emily.
Clappy.
Robert Johnson.
I sounded so convinced.
Groupthink happens in this.
Very much so.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Okay,
Go ahead,
number
Pepe.
4.
Emily 2, everybody else 1.
Which planet is Earth's twin? Mars, Venus, or Mercury?
Trudell.
Venus.
Michael.
The tennis player.
Brian.
Venus.
Emily.
Venus.
I think it's Mars, but I don't want to go against the group think here. I'll go Venus.
It is Venus.
Yep.
Okay. Michael knows everything about aeronautics.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Emily has 3.
Astronomy.
Everyone else has 2. Go ahead.
Number 5. What was the movie that gave Jane Fonda her first Oscar? Coming Home, Clute, or Cat Ballou?
Michael.
Coming Home.
Brian.
Coming Home.
Emily.
Clute.
I'm going Clute. Trudell.
Clute.
Clute.
Okay, so Emily got it. Ireland got it. Trudell got it. Emily with 4. Ireland and Trudell 3 each. Michael and Brian 2 each.
Number 6. What is the capital of Mongolia? Astana, Kuala Lumpur, or Ulaanbaatar?
Brian.
C.
Kuala Lumpur. It's C.
C.
Okay, Emily.
C.
I will also go C. Trudell.
Wait, say them one more time.
Give him the three choices.
Astana, Kuala Lumpur, or Ulaanbaatar?
Ulaanbaatar.
Yeah, Ulaanbaatar for me.
You all got it. I'm surprised.
Nice. Wait, who got it? They got it?
Everybody.
We all get
Everybody
C.
gets Kuala
Yeah,
Lumpur? Okay.
No, we all get C.
No.
Yeah, everybody got it.
No, we didn't.
It's not cool.
It's Ulaanbaatar.
Yeah, that's what Michael and I said.
John heard wrong.
Only me and Trudell
Only
got
Michael
that.
and I got
What
that.
letter was it?
C.
Everybody got it.
No.
Why do you? I mean, come on. I'm going to take 1 point away from all of you.
No.
Only you and I said Ulaanbaatar.
No.
We
the
all
last one.
said C. Me, Brian, and Emily said C.
You're going to complain?
Yes.
Ulaanbaatar.
You're going to
They
complain?
said Kuala Lumpur. Which
No,
is
they say
that.
C.
All right, whatever.
Okay, I must be hearing things.
Michael and I are hearing things.
All right, wait a minute. So I won't give anybody a point for that.
No, go ahead. Give yourself a point.
No, so Brian, here's the score. Emily 4, John and Trudell 3, Michael and Brian 2. Here we go.
Who's going
I
first?
threw that
Malaysia,
question out.
not what we
Yes,
said.
exactly.
I threw
We
that.
all said the letter. You guys said the word because we couldn't understand what Pepe
From
was
now
saying.
on, say the letter.
Now it's my fault?
It is a little bit.
Now it's my fault. Okay.
Nobody talk except Pepe. Go.
Okay, who's first now? Who's going to answer first?
This one goes to Emily.
Okay, number 7.
See what I mean by these games? It's an observation, not a complaint.
Brazil won the final in the FIFA World Cup in Mexico in 1970. Do you know what was the score? 3-1, 4-1, or 4-2?
Emily.
3-1.
I'm going 4-1. Trudell.
4-2.
Michael.
Bet you was high scoring, 4-2.
Brian.
4-1.
Trudell.
It's 4. It's 3-1.
It's 4-1.
Boom.
4-1.
Who else got it? Brian, you got it, right?
Who they beat that year?
Italy.
Did
Italy.
anyone else besides me and Brian get that?
Michael, you should have known that one.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Emily 4, John 4, Trudell 3, Brian 3, Michael 2. Go.
I got 3.
You have 2.
I got 3. I got the capital right.
No, I didn't give anybody a point for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 8. Which of these celebrities has had the most husband or wives? Okay. The answer is men and women.
Most marriages.
Most marriages.
Okay. Larry King, Elizabeth Taylor, or Billy Bob Thornton?
This one's me, and they've all had a bunch, but I'm going Larry King. Trudell.
Elizabeth Taylor.
Michael.
Taylor, she's been married 8 times.
I think King's 9. Brian.
Billy Bob.
Emily.
Elizabeth Taylor.
Larry King, 9.
Yeah, that's mine.
Wow.
I got the lead. I got 5. Emily's
a
got
number.
4.
Wow,
We've had him on the show.
Oh.
And Wade said, you've been married 9 times. Why do you keep getting married? Because I'm an idiot. All right, Ireland 5, Emily 4, Trudell 3, Brian 3, Michael 2. Go for it.
Number 9. What is the official drink of Ohio? Apple juice, cucumber juice, or tomato juice?
Trudell.
Tomato.
Michael.
Apple.
Brian.
Apple juice.
Emily.
Tomato.
I will go tomato.
It is tomato.
Okay. Emily got it. Ireland got it. Brian, did you get it?
I did not.
Okay.
Trudell got it.
Trudell got it. And Michael. Ooh, Michael, you might be out. How many are left, Pepe?
1, 2, 3.
Michael, you're out. I have 6. Michael had 2, so he's out.
Stupid game.
All right, so Ireland 6, Emily 5, Trudell 4, Brian 3. BC, you got to go opposite of me. Okay.
Number 10.
I'll start going first.
Who was the second husband of Betty Grable? Benny Goodman, Harry James, or Tommy Dorsey?
I'm going to go Benny Goodman. Emily.
Sure, same.
Trudell.
Tommy Dorsey.
Brian.
Tommy.
Harry James.
Nobody. All right, BC, you're out.
Damn.
All right. Ireland 6, Emily 5, Trudell 4. 2 left.
2 left.
You have to go opposite of me. Okay, so don't pick my answer. Here we go.
Who invented the flush toilet? George Frank, Joseph Brahma, or John Harrington?
I will go. What's B?
Brahma.
I'll go Brahma. Emily.
Harrington.
Trudell.
Harrington.
Harrington.
Okay, we got a game now. Emily 6, Ireland 6, Trudell 5. One more. You got to go opposite of me and Em if you can. Here we go.
So can I go first, or do I have to go?
You
last?
want to go last because then you'll know what we picked.
Okay.
Well, but if I
absolutely.
I see what you're saying, because then you could just say what I
I'll let you go
said.
first if you want.
I
but
see. Gotcha.
You should take the advantage.
Gotcha.
All right, here we go.
The horse with the leopard spot coat is called what? Okay, you understand that?
Yes.
Can you repeat it? I'm sorry.
A
One more time.
horse with a leopard spot is called what? Okay. Go ahead.
A leopard spot or spots?
You're out. Okay. A, Pinto. B, Appaloosa or Destroyer.
All right. M, A, B, or C?
Appaloosa.
I also think it's Appaloosa. Trudell, you have to go with one of the other two. So what are the other two, Pepe?
Pinto.
Pinto.
In honor of Francisco.
Appaloosa.
It's Appaloosa. Okay,
I
so
know,
Trudell,
but John said I couldn't guess that.
Yeah, Trudell is out. Emily, it's me and you in the tiebreaker. You took me down yesterday in this exact scenario. Here we go.
What was the attendance at the men's basketball Olympic finals in Paris in 2024?
Okay. What was it was in Paris. Okay. Em, I've got a number written down. Let me know when you have a number.
Yeah, I have a number.
All right. In honor of where Michael Thompson played in the 80s, 17,505 is what I wrote down. What'd you write down?
I wrote 18,500.
Pepe, who wins?
We have a winner.
All right. Who could it be?
12,121.
Got her!
That's all?
Got her! I knew it was in an arena and not a stadium.
Right, yeah.
So I knew it was probably around 18,000, but I went 17,505 in honor. Because that was Chick's opening line back in the day, he would say. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Great Western Forum. Sold out. 17,505, all in their seats.
You did good, Trudell. You did very good.
Even though you hate the game.
Yeah.
Well, the Capital one is still that's under some. Well, that's going to go through.
We all said C.
No, you didn't. You all
yes,
said
we did. Look at the tape.
Okay.
Yeah, you said Kuala Lumpur.
Wait, but we all said C first.
Yeah.
Because we don't understand how he pronounces words. Yeah. But so if we say C, if they B or C and we all say C, why do we not get it?
We didn't ever hear C.
But it doesn't make any difference because all got the point.
Hey, you
all got the point taken away.
That we all said C, and Brian
I'll
will
bet.
go back and find it.
I'll bet that.
Can you go back and find it?
Okay.
Just
I would like to listen to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
All right, see if you can go back and find it.
I swear we heard Kuala Lumpur.
No, I did say because that's what I thought he said.
Yeah.
But I said C first. Everybody gets C. What else could we have guessed?
I don't know.
All right, it's time for Crosstalk.
Super Crosstalk next, ESPN LA.
The home of USC football, and now the home of the Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
The black and gold are on a tear in 2026.
And the referee says we're done. LAFC 3, Cruz Azul 0.
Fresh off a statement win over Cruz Azul in the CONCACAF Champions Cup quarterfinals, the black and gold shift back to MLS, where they haven't lost yet. But now, a tough test awaits in Portland. Can LAFC keep the shutout streak alive? Los Angeles Football Club versus Portland Timbers. Pre-game gets going tomorrow at 1 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
Time to bench those other hiring sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build a winning team. With ZipRecruiter, when you need the hire, you get the right fit for any role fast. That's because ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology starts showing your job to qualified candidates immediately. You can also apply filters and add screening questions to your job post to help you save time in scouting first-rate talent. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can instantly unlock contact info from a roster of top candidates. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have trusted ZipRecruiter to hire, and check this out. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site in the game based on G2. So, if you need to score the best, go with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
Welcome to Pacific Palms Resort, a full-service destination in the San Gabriel Valley. Stay in spacious, first-class accommodations with stunning views and savor an unforgettable meal at Red Restaurant and Bar, the hottest dining experience in the San Gabriel Valley, featuring culinary delights designed to excite even the most refined palate. Tee off on one of our 2 PGA-designed golf courses, a favorite among seasoned golfers, then relax at our Oasis pool or indulge in a rejuvenating spa treatment. Discover luxury hospitality at its finest at Pacific Palms Resort.
Hey guys, the Beach Life Festival is coming up. It's May 1st through the 3rd, and it's one of those weekends you don't want to hear about after it's over because you're going to have a lot of FOMO. The lineup is stacked and the tickets are going fast. Duran Duran, the Chainsmokers, The Offspring, James Taylor, who I'm so excited to see, all right there on the beach in Redondo. 3 days, right on the water at Seaside Lagoon, live music and ocean views all weekend long. And the VIP is almost gone, and once it sells out, that's it. It's over. So if you've ever thought about beach life, don't wait. Get your tickets now at beachlifefestival.com.
KSPN AM 710 Los Angeles. It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk. It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Woo! Super Crosstalk. Andy's in for Travis. DeMarco is here. Michael is here. Brian, if you have a chance to find that clip, let me know. The Lakers, Andy, are back at it tonight, and we could, this is unlikely, but Michael, have you realized this? We could clinch the 4 seed tonight.
Oh, tonight.
If we win and if
Houston.
we win and Houston loses to Minnesota, the Lakers are the 4.
Yeah.
What I think is going to happen, AK, is that both teams are going to win. And then it's all going to come down to Sunday. And will one of the 2 playoff teams wet the bed against a non-playoff team, Lakers, Jazz, and Grizzlies, Rockets?
Boy, both of those teams, Utah and Memphis, they are really skilled at losing games, man. Like, they have really made a cottage industry out of losing.
You saw the Sacramento game the other day, right, where they were accused of...
Yeah.
Do you think they deserve to be punished?
No.
Neither do I.
Look, man, if you have to ask me what's more likely, the Sacramento Kings doing something stupid or them successfully pulling off some type of scheme, I'm always voting for stupid.
Right.
It's completely believable that they did something stupid. They're a clown show.
I agree. Okay, you guys, we had a dispute in Game of Games. Pepe, you can hardly understand what he says because he talks with such a heavy accent. So he gives you A, B, and C.
Yeah.
So all of us guessed C, but we were trying to pronounce the names, and so there was some confusion. And Michael says, no, you never said C.
Yeah.
Michael, here's the game tape. Hit it, Brian.
Number 6. What is the capital of Mongolia? Astana, Kuala Lumpur, or Ulaanbaatar?
Brian.
C.
Kuala Lumpur? Is C?
C.
Okay, Emily.
C.
I will also go C. Trudell.
Wait, say them one more time.
Give him the 3 choices.
Astana, Kuala Lumpur.
We all said C. Did you not hear that?
Yeah, but you said Kuala Lumpur first.
Well, that's what was confusing. But we all went with C, so you lose.
That was it?
Yeah.
I'm glad DeMarco and I could help.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so, AK, realistically, Michael and I see the world through purple and gold colored glasses.
Mm-hmm. Thick lenses.
Yeah. Realistically, honest answer. How far can they go?
7 games in the first round.
And when they win that, how far do they go in the second round?
Exactly. Here's what. Okay,
we play the Thunder in the second round.
Yeah.
No, you can't beat the Thunder.
Will the Thunder lose a game before the Western Conference Finals?
Yes. I think they will lose a game before that. Like the quality of competition.
Well, Michael, we got one.
It is rare. It is rare to do like the faux or the Lakers 15-1. Like that is really hard to do. If Luka somehow comes back for the second round, that could change the math. Yeah. Without Luka,
he could be there. He could be back for the second round.
And without Luka, just getting through that first round against Houston,
you can get out of the first without him.
I don't know.
Sure, Houston's not that good. Houston is very shaky. They're outside shooting.
Michael, they've won 9 games in a row.
With Houston?
Yeah.
But this is their first trip.
And they have Kevin Durant, who you love.
Man, I'd love to see it. That would be a great story. Another thing LeBron has done.
Remember what they
would
did?
Be incredible.
Remember what they did to KD in Houston? How they double team him and made him get the ball. That's what they got to do. Make Sengun beat you.
if I had to bet my life on it, DeMarco, if we don't have Austin or Luka, and I had to bet my life on it, I would lean Houston. But I want to read something Bill Plaschke wrote yesterday. And as a former, you guys both, Michael and DeMarco, you're former professional athletes. Here's what he wrote. Barely a week ago, a charmed Lakers season screamed 3 words, deep playoff run. Today, a jinxed Lakers season soberly whispers 3 very different words. Shut it down.
Wow.
With less than a month of games remaining, the Lakers season is done, finished, kaput.
Is that Plaschke?
Yeah. Twisted and torn by the sudden same-day injuries to 2 of their best players, the Lakers are broken beyond repair. They can't win without Luka and Austin, and neither is coming back in time to save them. They were wholly embarrassed in their first 2 shorthanded games and will wind up falling to the 4th or 5th seed in a looming first-round matchup against Kevin Durant and the Rockets. They can't beat the Rockets, won't beat the Rockets. The season officially and quickly, sadly, will end. Shut it down.
Jeez. Good thing he wasn't on the rocket called the Apollo 13.
I was
he
gonna
he would have been into the side of that
good
capsule.
thing he wasn't at the Miracle on Ice.
Yeah.
Guys,
Jeez.
hey, I know the Russians just beat you like a drum at Madison
Right.
Square Garden a week ago, but now we
Yeah.
got to play them for the
Yeah.
gold medal.
Hey,
and let's just shut it down.
Andy Ruiz, don't even throw a punch. There's no chance you have to beat
DeMarco,
AJ.
no matter
Anthony Joshua. What kind of boy?
DeMarco, no matter how big of an underdog you are, that's
fight
the
like
number
hell.
1 rule of sports, right? You don't ever quit.
You fight like hell. I think what he was talking about was LeBron, because I thought the same thing. The season, well, see, you guys, like you said, purple and gold lenses, but we know it's going to be tough. It's going to take a miracle to win from here, right?
Oh, to beat the Rockets?
Even to beat the Rockets.
I agree with that.
It's going to take
A
a
miracle to beat
an
the Rockets.
absolute miracle.
Well, without Luka and if we have no Luka and no Austin.
I see it extremely difficult, but not impossible.
I do too.
We're not playing the Warriors. We're not of KD. We're not playing the Thunder the first round. Yeah, the Rockets can be beat.
I think they have. Here's what I would say would give the Lakers the formula to win these games, and it will take like 48 minutes of doing this,
Yes.
but I think it's possible. If they can keep these games close down the stretch, I trust LeBron's decision-making more than I trust anybody's decision-making
Especially
on
the
Houston.
Rockets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That team in particular, if they can keep it close game by game, that's the formula to me for the Lakers pulling an upset in this series.
I think, too, by the way, that your first answer, I know you were just kind of saying 7 games first round. If they could do that, if they could drag it
That
out
would be a miracle.
for 7 games, it buys Luka and Austin more time to come back. Now, that was the heart of Bill's point.
Does he have enough gas for that? That's what I'm.
Well,
LeBron.
here's what Plaschke wrote. Tell Doncic to stay in Spain for as long as it takes for that magic medicine to cure a strained hamstring. Tell him his MVP season is DOA. Tell him to begin getting ready for September. Just shut him down. To me, that's such a quitter attitude. If he can go, play him.
If you can get to him, if you can extend the series to the second round, sure. But if you're trying to rush him back for this,
He should not
series,
be. Here's the thing.
Let me say, if
He
you're
should
trying
not-
to rush him back,
Right. He
that's-
should not be
yeah.
rushed back.
Right.
Like it needs
I
to
agree
be.
with that.
He needs to come back when the doctors feel like obviously nothing is guaranteed, but the risk of re-injuring this into something worse needs to be extremely low. Like the risk tolerance should actually be pretty low, because even then, Luka would likely be back before Austin. So at that point, you're going to be going Luka and LeBron without Austin. Austin matters a lot. They should not rush Luka back.
Good thing Plaschke wasn't a Kitty Hawk. We still would be in wagon trails.
I don't even know. I guess to Bill's point, shut what down? Like I don't even understand.
What isn't shut down now?
Like I mean,
I think he means LeBron.
No, actually, in this piece, he said
he
let
means
LeBron.
Luka and Austin. He
Yeah,
said,
good thing.
He said, and I said, well, this may be the last year you have LeBron, and it's like, I don't care. He
Hey.
doesn't get to decide who plays in.
Hey, Steve Jobs had an idea. It's a good thing you didn't ask Plaschke.
Oh my God! Well,
wow.
What if you rush the guy back and he does it again?
Then he does it again. But it to me, you trust your doctors and you say,
That's true.
give it a shot.
Hey.
And I like Bill. I think
Kitty
he's a
Hawk.
great columnist, and I think we're lucky to have him in L.A. I just can't play. And he's normally kind of the feel-good guy.
Yeah.
And I know what he's doing. He's stirring the pot. He's trying to get people to react. It worked.
And good thing Bill Plaschke didn't know Ben Franklin. We wouldn't have electricity.
Oh my God!
We'll be lighting candles.
Travis and DeMarco.
This is the new Your Mama joke.
Exactly.
8K in for Travis. Have a great weekend, everybody. Go Lakers, ESPN LA.
And it is the 15-minute mark right here on 710 ESPN. on the all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
The 15-minute mark on 710. Fueled by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
You know, in that time it took to hear your favorite takes and all that fun